KYNT, Yankton, FM 1021 and AM 1450.
Gets a touchdown for Yankton! Brought down in the backfield by Yankton. Touchdown, Yankton!
You are listening to Bucks Football on KYNT, Yankton's home team. This broadcast is brought to you in part by
First Dakota National Bank, Hy-Vee, the UPS Store, Truxedo, First Chiropractic Centers, MT&RC Smith Insurance, FNBO, Vision Care Associates, Yankton Medical Clinic, Yankton Rexall.
Now we go live to the KYNT studios for the kickoff show. Kicking off right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live for the semifinal round of the Class 11 AA football playoffs as the number 2 seeded Yankton Bucks host the number 3 seed, the T-Area Titans. I am Brayden Butler, and we're live for the Bucks football kickoff show brought to you by Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. As I already mentioned, is the semifinal round of the state playoffs in Class 11 AA. It's win or go home for the Bucks and the Titans. The winner moves on to the state championship inside the DakotaDome, while the loser sees their 2023 season come to an end. Let's take a look at last week to see how both teams got to this matchup in the semifinals. The Yankton Bucks were victorious over the Huron Tigers in the quarterfinals, a 17-0 shutout for Yankton, while T-Area were able to defeat Sturgis Brown 39-13. These two teams did meet previously in the regular season as well. The Bucks were victorious in that one 37-26 up in T, that happening all the way back on September 22nd. It's been a long time since these two teams have stared across the field at each other, and a lot has changed heading into this semifinal round from Crane-Youngworth Field in Yankton. We'll have plenty of pregame coverage coming up to break down this matchup, but we're going to take our first break here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show. Before we go, I'd like to thank a few of our Sportscaster Club members for making this broadcast possible. Starting with America's Best Realty. Tired of renting or apartment living? Ready to upgrade or own your own home? Call America's Best Realty at 260-1600 and unlock the American dream. Elwood Family Dental Care, where they take care of the entire family and are always welcoming new patients. Kaiser Heating and Cooling. When it comes to heating and cooling, be the wiser and go with Kaiser. That's Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton. And Explorers Credit Union. Wherever you want your financial journey to take you, Explorers Credit Union is here to help with a vision of financial empowerment for everyone. Discover the difference at explorerscu.com. Gonna take our first break here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show. When we return, we will take a look back at last week's 17-0 quarterfinal win for the Yankton Bucks over the Huron Tigers, as well as talk to a couple Bucks players in our Buck in the Headlight interview. All that and more coming up on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show. We'll be back here on KYNT and KYNTV after this.
Hy-Vee makes grocery shopping easy with Hy-Vee Aisles Online. Just order online, schedule a pickup or delivery time, then leave the shopping to us. Download the Hy-Vee app or go to HyVeeAislesOnline.com. It's easy to create and save grocery lists, shop the sales, and get fuel savers. Plus, with Hy-Vee Aisles Online, pickup is free on orders over $24.95, and delivery is free with the Hy-Vee Plus membership. Save time, shop online with Hy-Vee Aisles Online.
What's the best beverage to enjoy while rooting on your team? 1919 root beer, of course. 1919 is brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients, real sugar and real vanilla. The unique recipe and these choice ingredients make 1919 the creamiest, full-bodied draft root beer available. Find it in 12 packs and single-serve cans at grocery, convenience stores, and restaurants. 1919 is alcohol-free and contains no caffeine, making it a beverage of choice at any time for anyone in the family.
Welcome back in here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show. I am Brayden Butler. Bucks Football Kickoff Show brought to you by Hy-Vee. There's a helpful smile in every aisle. It's now time for your Friday Night Rewind here on the Kickoff Show, brought to you by Larry's Heating and Cooling, your only locally owned Lennox dealer in Yankton and Vermilion. Take a look at the big plays from last week's 17-0 shutout win for the Yankton Bucks over the Huron Tigers in the state quarterfinals. It was Yankton's defense who would make their mark first as a forced fumble by a combination of Bodie Thurman and Bryce Krall was scooped up by Tucker Gilmore to give the Bucks possession.
We saw a lot of Caudell get the carries at Huron last week. Looks like another formula here tonight, and for good reason. As he goes to the middle, goes to the right side, has a big game, but the ball is loose, and it is going to be Yankton football.
Off of that turnover by the Bucks defense, the offense would score for Yankton as Lucas Kamshaw found Cohen Zarbach on a back shoulder throw. Zarbach fought his way into the end zone for a 15-yard touchdown reception.
And now Lucas Kamshaw takes the snap, passes out to the right side. Ball is brought in by Cohen Zarbach, dives toward the pylon. That's a Yankton Bucks touchdown. You can count it. Yankton strikes first.
After being forced to punt on their ensuing offensive possession, the Tigers defense would step up, forcing a turnover by the Bucks, an interception by C.J. Gainey.
Kamshaw claps his hands. He's looking to pass. He's looking downfield to his left. Pass to Carson Ness is intercepted by Huron. And to the Huron 41-yard line on the interception, C.J. Gainey. That's his third of the season.
Nothing of note in the second quarter outside of some great defensive efforts by both teams forcing punts and turnovers on down. The next score of the game would come after the halftime break, as on the opening possession, Josue Trujillo would hit a 31-yard field goal, putting the Bucks on top 10-0.
And so Josue Trujillo will attempt the 31-yard field goal. Conway snaps. East Nelson will hold at the 21, but a 31-yard attempt. Ball's up. And is through the uprights. Yankton leads 10-0, 9:45 to go in the third quarter.
After that Trujillo field goal, it would be back-to-back possessions where the Bucks defense came up big, starting with this pick six in the third quarter by Austin Goebel.
Pass from McNeil over the head of C.J. Gainey. Intercepted by Austin Goebel. He's to the Huron 30, to the 20, to the 10. It's a pick six for number one, Austin Goebel. You can count it. That's a Yankton Bucks touchdown.
With the Bucks up 17-0, their defense would come up big again. The first play of the next drive after the pick six, Matthew Sheldon ripped the ball from the ball carrier, adding both a forced fumble and fumble recovery to his stat sheet in the process.
McNeil takes the snap. Handoff up the middle and a big run.
Still going.
Oh, did they strip the ball? Yankton stripped the ball. It's Yankton ball.
That was the final play of note in this one as the teams punted or turned over on downs for the remainder of the game. Great defensive efforts by both teams, but it was the Bucks coming away with a 17-0 shutout win. Their defense playing a big role in that win, forcing late turnovers. Next up on the Bucks football kickoff show, we go to your Buck in the Headlight interview segment. A trio of Bucks this week heading into the semifinal round of the postseason. Tucker Gilmore, the team leader in interceptions, Carson Ness, a receiver who's been on a hot streak here as of late, and the returning Shaler Platt, who got back into the lineup last week. We'll start things off with the junior of the group as Carson Ness talks about playing on both sides of the ball for the Yankton Bucks.
Joining me is junior receiver and defensive back Carson Ness. Carson, you've had a great couple weeks as of late, and we'll talk about that more in a minute. But first of all, how are you doing today heading into your semifinal matchup with T?
Yeah, it was my first semifinal game ever, so pretty excited for that. I just can't wait to get out on that field, and I bet the atmosphere is going to be great.
Buried the lead a little bit by saying you've had a big couple weeks as of late. You've been a starter on both sides of the ball, it feels like all season long, working your way in with the receiving group and in the defensive backfield. It seems like the last couple weeks as a receiver, but you've really got it going from your wide receiver spot. You're now tied for the team lead in catches, just behind Tucker Gilmore in yards as well. You've had a great back-to-back weeks against Huron. What have you been seeing as of late out there on the field that's helped you either with your confidence or just with a scheme thing, finding these open routes?
Well, there's been a lot of one-on-one opportunities. So, I mean, every reception I've had, Kamshaw has put on the money. So, obviously, big credit to him. But we just have a lot of trust in each other, and it's great to see that come out on the field.
You know, I just keep talking about these last couple weeks against the Huron Tigers. It's something in the matchup for you maybe, but you had over 130 yards by our count against Huron at the end of the regular season. You had 96 last week in the playoff game. You've been killing it as of late. It's something where, is it just gaining more confidence in yourself, or is it something you're seeing in schemes out in practice with the coaching staff?
Yeah, the scheme's been really nice. I think our coach just kind of wants us to, give Kamshaw a little audible, or whether he gives me an audible, but we just kind of figure that out in game, and it usually works out.
And then as a defender as well as a defensive back, playing over the top as safety, swinging down, maybe playing a little corner as well. But you've had a very good job this year, return a pick six early in the season. So what's it like for you on that side of the ball as well?
Yeah, so last year I played some defense my first game, and I was new to defense, so I'm still learning a couple things. But I mean, overall, we're still pretty young in the secondary, and we have a lot to learn. But I think just our communication is key, so we'll need to be doing that against T.
Communication key. It's a defensive group that's done very well the last couple weeks, shutting out Huron last week in the state quarterfinals. One final question for you before I let you get ready for practice here today. As a member of this Bucks football program, what's been your favorite moment so far this season?
Well, I'd say my favorite moment is probably after the Huron game. Just energy was up. It's a playoff win, and it's just a great memory to have.
Next up, we'll talk to Tucker Gilmore, currently leading the Bucks in receiving yards as well as interceptions with 5 takeaways on the year. Him and the Bucks defense have done a very good job as of late, forcing turnovers. Joining me is senior Tucker Gilmore, jack of all trades out there on the field as a starting wide receiver and in the defensive backfield as well as more of a safety role. Team leader in multiple stat categories, but we'll get into that in a moment. How are you doing today heading into your semifinal matchup with T?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm really excited, and everybody's pumped up, and we're just ready to go out there and dominate.
One game away from the Dome, and you've been a key part of this team's run so far, leading in receiving yards. You've also been very good defensively as well. A couple interceptions against Huron. You're currently leading the team in that category with 5 2 weeks ago to end the regular season. And then last week, again against the Tigers, fumble recovery. So you and the defensive group have been very good at forcing turnovers here as of late. Can you talk about your defensive group as a whole and how they are able just to get after that ball and able to take it away from these opposing offenses?
I think we may not be the biggest up front, but we definitely all together, we just play as a team, and that really gets to other teams when they have a team that's just a solid wall and they just can't get through that. So it's always fun just seeing everybody always have good plays and not just one person all the time. I like that everybody's out there making plays. So, yeah.
As a senior on this team, I know when we talked earlier in the year, you talked about how you and Kamshoff have gone back, your quarterback Lucas Kamshoff have gone back and played with each other for a long time now, and you have that kind of camaraderie, and you just know what the other one's trying to do. How is that built for you with your fellow receivers? Because a guy like Carson Ness, who's a year behind you guys, he's really stepped up these last few weeks. Austin Goebel, Peyton Peterson, Connor Slava, these guys who have really stepped in well. Cohen Zarbach got a touchdown last week. So talk about your wide receiver room and the camaraderie you guys have and the communication to work off of each other's routes.
We're always out there and giving tips to each other. If we see anything, we always say something, try to get each other better. And Lucas just always has that trust in every single one of us. So it's really nice that we can spread the ball around and everybody has a chance to make those big plays. So it's very nice that way.
Coming into your semifinal matchup against the T area Titans, what are you looking for from a team in T that you guys went up on the road and took care of business in the regular season?
It's hard to beat a team twice, so it's going to be a hard game, but I think we're ready. We got a good game plan, and if we just go out there, play Buck football, all of our guys are just going to be ready to go. We're all going to play hard, play fast, play physical, be nasty, and it'll be a fun game. So hopefully we can dominate like last time, but we can't expect that it's just going to come to us. We just got to go out there, do our job, and it should come to us.
I think I asked you the first time I interviewed you this season back. I really can't remember if it was week 3 or 4. It's been a while now. We're now in week 11 of the year in the semifinals. But if it's changed at all, what's been your favorite moment being part of this Bucks football team this year?
I think the Roosevelt game was probably one of my favorite games this year just because, it's a class above us. We're not necessarily expected to win, but we just went out there, played hard, and we beat up on them. We got them frustrated, and it was just really fun doing that. So.
Last but not least is the returning Shaler Platt, who got some in-game action last week after going out with an injury early on in the year. He's excited to be back and ready for the T-Area Titans.
Joining me is Shaler Platt, senior running back, linebacker. Worked in on kickoff last week as well in your return to the Yankton Bucks lineup. We'll address that sort of elephant in the room momentarily, but first, how are you doing today heading into the semifinals against T?
I'm doing great. I can't complain.
Elephant in the room, as I mentioned, you did miss a bit of time this year with an injury. Got back into the rotation sort of thing last week against Huron, working in offense, defense, and special teams. It was a lot of fun to see you out there again. So how are you feeling injury-wise heading into everything?
Injury-wise, I put on a little weight, and I was off my leg for 5 weeks, so I'm a little bit slower, but, other than that, I'm feeling great.
You did get a couple carries out there back to your running back position. I do remember an 8-yard carry late in that game. You didn't seem to be afraid of contact at all with the injury, so it was nice to see you back out there on the field. How much are you going to factor in again this week heading into T?
I'm going to find out here real soon. The coaches have been evaluating me throughout the week, and I think definitely more than last week, but I couldn't tell you exactly how much, but you'll slowly see me, work back in there.
So during your time off, I see you on the sidelines. You're always hyping up your guys, everything else. And this would be your first meeting with T this year, as the first game you missed was the T game in the regular season. So how are you looking forward to in your first matchup with the Titans this season?
I know they're a physical team, kind of ground and pound. I can't wait. It's gonna be a bloodbath. I'm ready to get out there and get physical.
I can tell you've been missing getting out there on the field with your guys on the sidelines. You're always hyping everybody up. I noticed, I don't want to speak for you and to your character, but it was always nice. I'd see you come out with the managers, help set up stuff beforehand. You were always hyping your guys up in warm-ups. So can you talk about the camaraderie of this team, being out on the field with your guys and then unfortunately having to be on the sidelines and still being there with your team?
I love this group of guys, just because I'm not playing doesn't mean, I couldn't be involved. And, anything I could do to help, I'd help some of the defensive linemen and linebackers with some of the blitz calls, whether they go A gap or B gap, and just in practice, I would try and help the coaches out and whatnot, just anything I could do while I was gone.
There was one moment last week against Huron before the opening kickoff that caught my eye running the camera. One of the members of the coaching staff, I didn't catch who it was, just decided to give you a headbutt before you headed out onto the field. If you want to explain anything behind that and let us know who that was, because I couldn't really tell on the camera, but obviously got you fired up getting out there and ready to go.
That was Coach Topol, Coach Alex Topol, and he, when I was a sophomore, he did the same thing, and that was the craziest thing I've ever seen, and it always gets us hyped up, and it was sure motivational, to say the least.
When one of your coaches isn't afraid of contact, you go out there a little less afraid of contact as well.
Exactly right.
Well, Shayla, thank you for taking the time to talk to me today, and good luck against T.
Thank you.
Thank you to Carson Ness, Tucker Gilmore, and Shaler Platt for taking time before practice earlier this week to talk to me ahead of this semifinal matchup with T. Gonna take another break here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show, but before we go, I'd like to thank a couple Sportscaster Club members for helping make this broadcast possible. Starting with Aztec of Yankton. They were founded on innovation and a passion to help their customers. Right now, they are offering a healthy sign-on bonus with great wages and benefits. Build your career with the group that's built to connect from rock to road. Click careers at aztecindustries.com. Midwest Insurance Agency. See Travis and Whitney Devine at Midwest Insurance for your farm, home, and auto insurance needs. Call today to set up an appointment. One Office Solution, the one source for all your office products, including copiers, furniture, and office supplies. One Office Solution, located next to Pizza Ranch on Broadway in Yankton. And lastly, Graham Tire. If you notice issues with your vehicle, don't hesitate to call the service experts at Graham Tire. They do more than sell tires. Graham Tire of Yankton, your auto service and tire store next door. Take another break, but when we return here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show, we will have your standings review looking at the semifinal round for every class across the state of South Dakota. A trip to the DakotaDome in Vermilion awaits for each team if they can get past the semifinal round. This is the Bucks Football Kickoff Show here on KYNT, KYNTV. We'll be back after this.
Every day you share personal information about yourself with others. You may write a check, charge fuel, rent a car, mail your tax returns, schedule a doctor's appointment, or post something on social media. Each transaction may share some sort of personal information, such as bank and credit card account numbers, social security number, name, address, or phone number. There are unscrupulous individuals, identity thieves, targeting these routine transactions, trying to gain your information to commit fraud. If you think somebody has stolen your identity, contact Consumer Protection at 1-800-300-1986.
At Triple Time Rudy's, you get convenient access to quality fuel products. Plus, you'll also find quality South Dakota products like Dimmock cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers. With a local-friendly feel and unique product offering, Triple Time Rudy's is your local convenience store that supports schools and events and provides fuel discounts to Yankton's largest employers. For all of your daily fill-ups and convenience needs, pull into Triple Time Rudy's at 17th and Broadway.
Welcome back in here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show, brought to you by Hy-Vee. I am Brayden Butler. We go to your standings review here on the Kickoff Show. Your standings review is sponsored by Rhonda Westland State Farm. Let Rhonda review your current home, auto, or life insurance to see if she can help you save some money. That's Rhonda Westland, State Farm. We're in the semifinal round across the state of South Dakota as we take a look at every semifinal matchup in each of the 11 and 9-man classes. We'll start in Class 11AA as that is the home of our matchup this week. Number 2, Yankton taking on number 3, T Area. Yankton defeated Huron in round 1 while T took a win over Sturgis Brown. And the other semifinal matchup, the defending state champions Pierre take on number 4 seeded Watertown. In Class 11 AAA, it's the top 4 seeds that remain in that one. Number 1, Sioux Falls Lincoln will take on number 4, Brandon Valley. Lincoln advanced with a victory over Rapid City Stevens, while Brandon Valley defeated Sioux Falls Jefferson. In the 2-3 matchup, Harrisburg will host O'Gorman. Harrisburg defeated Sioux Falls Washington in round 1, while O'Gorman took a win over Roosevelt. In Class 11A, the number 1 seeded Del Rapids will take on the number 4 seeded Sioux Falls Christian. Del Rapids shut out Madison in round 1, while Christian took a win over Dakota Valley. We have a 2-6 matchup, our first low seed that advanced to the semifinals in this standings review. The number 2 seeded West Central will host number 6 Lennox. Lennox upset Canton in week 1, while West Central defeated number 7 Chamberlain. Moving on to Class 11B, the first of our 16-team playoff structure. Number 1 seeded Winter will take on number 4 seeded Elk Point Jefferson. Winter defeated Aberdeen Roncalli in the quarterfinal round, while Elk Point Jefferson was victorious over Tri-Valley. It's a battle of Cinderellas on the other side of the semifinals. Number 6 seeded Hot Springs will take on number 10 Rapid City Christian. Rapid City Christian defeated Dual in round 2, the quarterfinal round, while Hot Springs defeated Sioux Valley. Moving into the 9-man classes now, starting in 9AA, the top overall seed Parkston remains undefeated and they will host the number 4 seeded Hamlin. Parkston defeated Hanson in the quarterfinals, while Hamlin took a win over Wall. It's a 2-3 matchup on the other side of the semifinals as Platte Geddes takes on Howard. Platte Geddes defeated Freeman Mary and Freeman Academy last week in the quarterfinals, while Howard took a win over Elkton Lake Benton. In Class 9A, 3 of the top 4 seeds advance to the semifinal round. We have a 1-4 matchup as Warner takes on Canastota. Warner defeated Castlewood in their quarterfinal matchup, while Canastota beat Gregory. On the other side of the semifinals, number 3 Phillip takes on number 7 Dubrook Area. Dubrook Area knocked off the number 2 seeded Alcester Hudson in the quarterfinals, while Phillip defeated Chester. Lastly, in Class 9B, 3 of the top 4 seeds advanced to the semifinals again with an 11 seed throwing their hat into the mix as well. Number 1 Avon will take on number 4 DeSmit in one of the semifinal matchups. Avon coming off a win over Hitchcock-Tulare with DeSmit defeating Gayville-Vollen. On the other side of the semifinals, number 2 Faulkton Area takes on number 11 Potter County. Potter County taking a upset win over number 3 seeded Corsica-Stickney last week, while Faulkton Area defeated Kadoka Area, a 48-0 shutout. That does it for your standings review here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show as we are in the semifinals across the state of South Dakota. Gonna take another break, but before we do, I'd like to thank a couple more of our Sportscaster Club members for helping make this broadcast possible. Starting with the UPS Store, offering packing and shipping, plus printing services, mailboxes, and direct mail services, helping small businesses reach their goals in Yankton across from Walmart. Yankton Thrive. There's a thriving business economy in the Yankton area. Your one source and resource for all businesses from retail to manufacturing is Yankton Thrive. For more, go to yanktonsd.com. Northtown Automotive, your local Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealer. Visit northtownusa.com. And lastly, Floor Tech. Whether your home or floor is wet, call Floor Tech, 665-4839. Gonna take another break here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show. When we return, we will have your matchup preview with Eric Bean of the Yankton Press and Dakotan. All that and more still to come. The Bucks Football Kickoff Show rolls on after this.
The mission of State Farm is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. Hi, I'm Roy Wilcox with State Farm Insurance. We have been helping customers get to a better state for over 100 years. No matter where you are in life, we're here to help you make the right play calls for your insurance coverage. Give me a call or stop by anytime.
Call Roy Wilcox State Farm Insurance today, 665-7140. Find more at roywilcox.com.
Truxedo is proud to have been part of the Yankton community since its start in 2000.
One of the things I love most is that they believe in promoting from within. I've been given many opportunities to advance.
Truxedo has an extensive variety of benefits available to their employees.
The work environment at Truxedo is extremely positive.
We are looking for you to join our production team. Visit www.truxedo.com/careers to apply.
Welcome back in here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show. We go to your matchup preview here on the show. Had a chance earlier this week to sit down with Eric Bean, the assistant sports editor of the Yankton Press-Dakotan, talking about this semifinal matchup with the Yankton Bucks and the T-Area Titans. We go to that interview now here on KYNT, KYNTV. This is Brayden Butler here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show. Joining me as he does every single week is Eric Bean, the assistant sports editor for the Yankton Press-Dakotan. Eric, we're heading into the semifinal round of the 11AA state playoffs, and the Bucks at home taking on the T-Area Titans. No matter what happens, it's the final time under the lights at Crane-Youngworth Field this season. Before we talk about this matchup, how are you doing today?
Doing well, Brayden. How about you?
I'm doing well myself. I'm excited to see the culmination of this season. Yankton has done a very good job this year. The only blemish on their record coming to the Pierre Governors, who no team in 11AA has beat so far this season. And it's a T-Area Titans team that, outside of a couple losses early in the year to teams like Pierre and Yankton, has been dominant in Class AA as well. So we're lining up for a good matchup in the semifinals.
Absolutely. I think it's going to be one of those knockout, drag-out games. And may the best team win, as Coach Scott Fry told me on Monday, T's coach.
Yeah, T's head coach Scott Fry and Yankton's head coach Brady Muth, both of them have similar mentalities in the way that they preach physicality. Different schemes completely on the offensive side, but they both come down to the more physical team usually is the one that's going to prosper. And I think that sentiment was reiterated through Shaler Platt, who I talked to earlier this week, who told me he's expecting Friday night to be, quote, a bloodbath. Now, I don't think it's going to get that crazy or anything, but these are two very physical teams who are going to want to dominate at the point of attack.
Yeah, and they're going to dominate doing what they do offensively, which for T is maybe more wing T looks, and for Yankton maybe more spread concepts. But at the end of the day, I think that both teams actually are more similar to each other just in talking with the coaches. T may be transitioning more into some passing concepts. Had some success in the second half of the first game against Yankton this season up in T. Earlier this year, and then Yankton wanting to establish that physicality, sometimes use that power run game, and now that Shaler Platt's back, that they'll be able to do that.
And I'm glad you brought up Platt there in his return, because that's something I wanted to talk about here today. Is he missed that first T-Area game. I believe it was his first game out with his leg injury. He ended up coming back last week, playing some snaps on offense, defense, and special teams on kick coverage, just getting him back in the flow of the game. He mentioned to me that, he had to be off his leg for a little bit, so he put on a couple pounds. He's getting back into playing shape, and he did have that one carry last week for about 8 or 9 yards where we saw the shades of the old Shaler Platt. This is what Yankton wants back with Shaler when he went through a Huron defender for a 9-yard gain.
Yep, and Bucks coach Brady Muth mentioned that play just as like, okay, here we go, we're back, which is good to see. I mean, having Shaler back is going to just add another element to that offense. Cirque had a really actually impressive game when Yankton won at T earlier this year. So I think just having that 1-2 punch there in the offensive backfield, I don't know how extensive Platt's offensive time will be just because of his value on the defensive side of the ball, but T has their work cut out for them in stopping Yankton's running backs.
You bring up Evan Cirque, who has done a fantastic job in place of Shaler Platt. It used to be like a 1A, 1B kind of situation, and Cirque had to take the lead back role, and he has been quite a bell cow down the stretch. But you mentioned defensively as well how important Platt's been. Bryce Krull, I think, has done a very good job stepping up into his linebacker spot as well. So you have a running back in Evan Cirque who really took that ball and ran with it while Shaler Platt was gone. So now you realize you have two premier backs. And then you have a guy like Bryce Krull step in for Shaler Platt, do very good on defense. So now you got 3 to 4 very good linebackers now if you throw in a guy like Donald Rounds. If any positive at all came out of Shaler's injury and having to miss a little bit of time, it's that we got to see, and the coaching staff got to see, some big guys step up in his absence, and now they can use all of them at their disposal in the semifinals.
Absolutely. Yeah, the depth piece for Yankton's going to be huge, just because you never know who's going to step up in these playoff games, unsung heroes sort of things. At practice today, Peyton Peterson gets awarded with the hard target just because of how dependable he's been, those sort of things. So it's going to be a team effort both ways. T has their strengths, Yankton has their strengths. It's going to be really interesting to see how those strengths kind of mesh and clash against each other this week.
Bucks football practice earlier this week, you and I both, different opportunities, had a chance to talk to head coach Brady Muth. He talked about how they were coming off of that win earlier in the season, how they're seeing their win earlier in the year against T and using that, not forgetting about it, but definitely not sitting on that, or trying to find the right words.
Not resting on their laurels.
Not resting on their laurels, exactly, with that win early in the year. And you mentioned you talked to head coach Scott Fry of T earlier this week. Did he have anything to say about something similar where they're trying to learn from that game earlier in the year and use that to their advantage against Yankton in the semis?
Yeah, he said he was impressed with Yankton's physicality in that game. That's something that he wants to see his team combat. Conrad made some big throws in that second half. DeYoung from the backfield also can catch the ball, those sort of things. T's big playability, which maybe wing T are just like, okay, they're gonna just maybe play ball control, but that's really not the case with the Titans. They like to use those explosive plays to their advantage. Defensively, it's going to be really interesting to see how that cover one look that they like to present how Yankton's gonna attack that, and how T may respond to Yankton's speed on the outside with Goebel and other players out there. So if this is a game for football fans that like scheme, those sort of things, it's a game to watch for sure.
Should be a fun one Friday night between Yankton and T. Do you have any final thoughts here, Eric, heading into this matchup?
Yeah, it's just gonna be, it's a big game, and you can kind of just feel it. Playoff game number 1 was a big game. You felt like the Pier game was a big game. The first T game was a big game. This game feels no different, and just across football, like State U was the big hyped up game last week, and this week this game has a similar feel. Not wanting to compare the two, but a really big game to determine who gets to go to the DakotaDome next week.
Big fight feel. One last time under the lights at Crane-Youngworth Field. Shot at the Dome on the line. Either the Pier Governors or the Watertown Arrows await, but you got to get through. If you're T, you got to get through Yankton. If you're Yankton, you got to get through T before you get there. Thank you as always for taking time to talk to us, Eric, and we'll hopefully get you back on next week after another Bucks win.
Thanks for having me, Brayden. Take care.
Thank you once again to Eric Bean for taking time out of his week to talk to us here at KYNT, as he does every single week for the Bucks football kickoff show. Expecting a good matchup this evening between T and Yankton. Before we go to a break, I'd like to thank a couple more of our Sportscaster Club members, starting with Sherco, a proud supporter of Yankton Sports. When you need to be sure, make it Sherco. Roy Wilcox State Farm Insurance. They've been helping customers get to a better state for over 100 years. No matter where you are in life, they'll help you make the right play calls for your insurance coverage. Roy Wilcox State Farm is a proud supporter of Yankton Athletics. Pizza Ranch. For legendary chicken and the best pizza, it's Yankton Pizza Ranch on Broadway or over the phone at 665-1222. Lastly, Stockman's Motorsports, your local Polaris dealer with a full lineup of Rangers and Sportsmans ready to get you in the fields, in the woods, or wherever you like to go. Stockman's Motorsports is a proud supporter of all area athletes. Take another break. When we return, we will have your pregame coach interview with Brady Muth of the Yankton Bucks. Keep it tuned right here, KYNT, KYNTV. Bucks Football Kickoff Show brought to you by Hy-Vee. We'll be back after this.
The other day, a gal came into the UPS store to drop off a package. On her way out, she noticed the print sample wall and asked if we could print invitations. The answer was, yes, we can. Hi, this is Doug at the UPS store in Yankton and Vermilion. For over 7 years now, the UPS store has been helping hundreds of customers with their printing needs. From basic copies to business cards and invitations to posters, we can print them. Stop out and ask about our current print specials and see how we can help with your printing needs.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back in here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show, brought to you by Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. I am Brayden Butler. It's interview time here on the Kickoff Show. We do not have an opponent interview with head coach Scott Fry of the T-Area Titans. Scheduling just didn't work out with him this week. Good luck to him and his team this evening. But opponent interviews this season are brought to you by Ben's Brewing downtown. If it's on KYNTV, it's on at Ben's Brewing. They're a proud supporter of Yankton Bucks and Gazelles athletics. Visit bensbrewing.com/sports to see the upcoming games being shown downtown at Ben's Brewing. Great environment out at Ben's, great place to take in the game. If you're there right now, thank you for joining us here on KYNTV and joining them at Ben's Brewing. Go to your pregame coach interview with head coach Brady Muth, brought to you by 1919 Root Beer, the creamiest full-bodied draft root beer available. It's on tap at Charlie's Pizza or in large cans at the Yankton Hy-Vee. This week's interview is conducted by color commentator for Yankton High School football broadcast, Josh Boelter. He caught up with head coach Brady Muth earlier this week before Bucks practice.
Coach, you guys are one win away from the state championship. What does that mean to you, the staff, and the players?
It means we've got one more game to go. I mean, we're not done yet. That being said, though, we approach this game like this is the championship game. This is the game. You know, you get into the championship game, you can figure that out. This is the game that you've got to put your energy and your effort into. And, you know, in the playoffs, I know it's coach speak, but it's one game at a time. But, you know, this is the game for us. You know, we don't like to talk about the past too much, but we got to get over this hump. And, you know, the way these guys have worked all week and just the way the season has gone, you know, they've built a lot of reasons to be confident, to have confidence in themselves up to this point. We still got to go out and play a game, but this is the game. We're ready for it.
And, you know, before we talk about the team matchup, I want to shift the attention to last week a little bit. Defense, pitched a shutout, had a pick six for a touchdown. Just talk about their performance against Huron.
What you've seen this whole season is just an evolution of the defense. There's been different iterations just this season with the guys that we've had on the field, but all of the, you know, the guys that are playing and taking reps on our defensive squad have come a long ways. I mean, at the beginning of the year, we weren't quite sure what our secondary was going to look like. We've got more interceptions now than we did last year. We've got more defensive touchdowns than we did last year. I think a lot of that has to do with what's going on up front. I think our guys up front are playing really good ball, but I also think it's, you know, our secondary. Coach Savvy has done a great job with those guys. And bringing them along, and we're at the point where they've got a season under their belt, and they're still really young, but they've come a long ways, and they're really playing good ball right now.
Yeah, and also coming back in that game with Shaler Platt, what does it mean to you? He was out right before the T game. What does it mean to you and the team to have him back?
You know, Shaler and I talked last Wednesday night after practice, and just kind of talked about what the game plan was going to look like. But the big thing a guy like Shaler does, and you have guys like this on your team, where when you have them, you don't feel like you can lose. And the rest of our guys feel that way too. You know, every team has one of those guys. It doesn't always have to be a senior, but it's just a guy that's just got drive. Shaler's impact on the game, even when he was injured, was still felt. But having him on the field is completely different. And you saw that last week. He had 2 days of practice under his belt. He got cleared. We got him up to speed as fast as we could, and everything was good to go. Got in the game in some big spots. I had that one carry for 9 yards. When I saw that carry, it was like, okay, we're back. Like he's back and he's ready to go. This week, with a full week under his belt, his role is expanded, and Shaler means a lot to this program just because of how he's developed as a player, his attitude, his character, all of those things. You know, if we had a poster, he'd be in the middle of it. He's just one of those guys that has such a high drive and refuses to lose and does such a good job of leading guys. Lucky to have him on our team, but I can't put into words how much more beneficial it is to have him playing, and especially in this game with T, where he was out the game before. That's going to make a difference on the game.
And on Wednesdays, you guys hand out the Hard Target Award. Can you tell me about that and just what it is?
Yeah, so Hard Target is an award we give out. It's one of our weekly awards. It's given out by Coach Shield. Coach Shield is a guy that coached here for a long time. He and I coached for a long time together, and he coached with my dad for a long time. So, he's been in the program, and he's an old Buck, and so he lives and dies Yankton Buck athletics and Yankton Gazelle athletics. When he retired, we put together an award. He always talked about being a hard target when he was coaching, and what that means is you just project And it's not a falsehood. It's you're projecting intimidation, just so that everybody knows when you walk in the room, you're going to have to deal with me. And it's a mindset. It's a way that you operate. If you know Coach Shield, well, you know that he embodies this idea of hard target. He's no nonsense. That award goes out to our guy that's essentially our tough guy award, our reliability award, just the guy that gets it done award. And it doesn't have to go to a starter. It goes to whoever made an impact on the game and showed and performed in a way that you're letting everybody know you're not going to push us around. And our guys get a kick out of it. You know, you see those shirts walking around through the hallway, and they get a shirt and it's got a picture of Coach Shield on it and a pretty menacing look in his military uniform. And I know from firsthand knowledge you don't want to mess with Coach Shield. So it's a good award. It's got history, and it's got a lot of meaning to our guys.
Now focusing our attention on Friday, you guys beat T earlier in the season. What have you seen from them since that matchup?
The thing that is impressive about T, and the thing that I really appreciate about the way that they run things up there, is they don't change. That's what makes T. What makes T is that they're going to line up, they're going to run the football. They don't care what front you're in, they're going to run the football. They're going to get you pulled in, and they're disciplined, and they run their offense very well. And then they're going to get you to suck up, and then they're going to hit a play action behind you. That's what they do. And as you watch them throughout the season, it's the same thing. It just gets more and more and more polished. The thing that's different this time around is that when they get into the playoffs, because they're so efficient at running their base system, you'll start to see more wrinkles. And so that's where we as a team have to just play sound defense against their offense. We have to read guards. We have to be able to commit 8 guys to the box, because that's what it's going to take to stop their run game. Then we've got to be really, really good in the secondary, and our safeties have to play really, really good football, because the ball is going to be up in the air for a while. We just have to make sure that we can make a play on it. Defensively, it's the same thing. They're going to run a 4-3, 4-4. They're going to play one under coverage, so they're going to man everybody up and put a safety over the top, and they're going to dare you to throw the ball. And we talked about it last time, but we have to be willing to take the easy out against them, and identifying that. And Lucas has had a really good week of understanding where T's going to be defensively, and he's had a really good week of getting the ball where it needs to be. Just as a whole, our guys are geared up for this. They're keyed up for this. The key to beating a team like T is not scheme. Coaches don't win a game like this. It's physicality. And I know we've talked about that a lot, but the more physical team is going to win. It's not the team that's got the best trick plays or has got, the fanciest offense or the neatest blitz package. It's who can be the most physical every single down for 4 quarters.
And on the flip side of that, what have you seen from your guys since that T game?
I've seen a lot of maturation. That T game was we had a 3-game stretch there where it was pretty tough. And the more impressive thing about us is in that T game we had 5 starters out, and not just guys that are role players either. I mean, Prouty was out, Shaler was out, Bodie Thurman was out. We lost Wawrnick, early on, and then we lost Cottle before halftime. And so we had a lot of guys that were out. The thing that's impressed me is that we just go back to work. We don't let things bother us too much. And that's what, we've tried to instill that in our guys in our program. And you can say next man up all you want, but for guys to operate that way is a different thing. And we really have. So as I'm looking at my team, thing that's impressed me the most about where we're at is just how much more developed we are right now from first week of August. I mean, we've come a long ways, and because of some of the situations we've had with injuries, we've got a lot more depth. All that being said, those things are all great. We still have to come out. We still have to wreck shop. I mean, we have to be nasty and we have to be physical, and that's the focus.
That was your pregame interview with Yankton Bucks head football coach Brady Muth. I'm Josh Boelter. Let's send it back to Brayden Butler at KYNT Studios.
Thank you as always to Brady Muth for talking to us every single week ahead of these Bucks football matchups. 1 game away from the DakotaDome for the Yankton Bucks if they can take care of business this evening against T. Gonna go to another break here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show. Before we go, I'd like to thank a couple more of our Sportscaster Club members for making this broadcast possible, starting with Yankton Computer and Network Services. For your complete personal and business computer solutions, rely on Yankton Computer and Network Services. Wishing the best of luck to Yankton Athletics this season. The Fox Stop. For all your daily convenience and fuel needs, make a stop at the Fox Stop. And Buell's Cleaners. For rugs, uniforms, linens, and other cleaning services, go to Buell's in downtown Yankton. One final break here on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show. When we return, we will send you live to the field with Bryce Ladwig and Josh Boelter. Keep it tuned right here. KYNT, KYNTV, Bucks football around the corner.
Oh, Sheboygan, I just can't get you off my mind.
It's tailgate season, so stock up the cooler and fire up the grill. Then load that grill with Sheboygan brats, natural casing wieners, and summer sausage. Make sure Sheboygans are a part of your tailgater. Produced with pride at American Food Groups in Yankton.
The way it tastes is simply divine. I got Sheboygan on my mind. Sheboygan.
It's time for your seasonal flu shot. Flu vaccine is recommended for all those aged 6 months and older. Appointments are recommended. Call 665-7841 to schedule yours today. Walk-ins will be accommodated. Insurance billing available, and most major insurances are accepted. Learn more at YanktonMedicalClinic.com. Seasonal flu shots. Just one more way Yankton Medical Clinic provides so much care, so close to home.
Welcome back in here for one final time on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show as we are minutes away from kickoff in the state semifinals between the Yankton Bucks and the T-Area Titans. Thank you to all of our guests today on the Bucks Football Kickoff Show, helping us break down this semifinal matchup. But the time for talk is over. One final time under the lights at Crane-Youngworth Field for the Yankton Bucks. It's the Bucks and the Titans in your main event of the evening, and it is live right now.
Lunges forward for the pylon. Yankton touchdown.
Put 6 up on the board. That's a Yankton Bucks touchdown.
Gets the handoff and is brought down behind the line by Yankton.
Yankton touchdown.
Brought down right at the 20.
The bowling ball gets into the end zone. The touchdown, Yankton. Ball is loose. Ball is loose. It's going to be Yankton ball. He's at the 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown, Yankton! Crane is going wild!
Now, let's go live to KYNT Sports Director and the voice of Yankton Athletics, Bryce Ladwig.
And welcome to historic Crane-Youngworth Field. This is Bryce Ladwig alongside Josh Boelter, the Class 11 AA state semifinal matchup between the 7-3 T-Area Titans and the 9-1 Yankton Bucks. Josh, we've been talking about this since last Thursday, and a rematch of a really good regular season matchup, but also, I don't know what might be on the line. Oh, that's right, a trip to the DakotaDome. Are you ready?
That's it right there, a trip to the DakotaDome, like you said. If you're not up for this game, I can't help you. This is big-time football here on a Friday night, and like you said, winner gets a chance to go to the Dome to play for the state championship.
We're in the Fairfield Inn broadcast booth, Yankton's newest and nicest hotel. Fairfield Inn is open and located at 21st and Broadway. All right, Josh, let's get into the matchup breakdown and just kind of tail the tape, if you will. Points per game, Yankton at 34.5 for, T-Area 35.3. And the points against, Yankton 18.9, T-Area 19.3. Total yards per game also very even, 376 for Yankton to T's 371. But here is where the differences start, Josh. Yankton 227 yards in the air on average to T's 77. Yankton a respectable 149 on the ground, but to T's 295. And then you get into the defensive side of the ball, also very even as far as production and takeaways. Yankton 18, T area 14, and then the overall point differential, Yankton plus 189 to T's plus 160. Is that enough stats for you, Josh, to see that these teams are the number 2 and 3, not just in the standings, but as far as production as well?
Yeah, and what's crazy about it is, well, they do it in different styles. Yankton's more of a spread offense. They're going to line up and do a mixture of the run, the pass. T is full-blown, run the ball in the wing T. But even though they do it 2 different ways, I mean, you read it there. Those points per game and the points against per game are very similar. It just shows how good these teams are and can get it done in 2 completely different styles.
And T area has, a vision of reaching the Dome for the 3rd straight year and probably to fulfill a trilogy versus the 6-time defending state champion Pierre Governors. Yankton has a vision of their own, just basically get to the Dome. Yankton has been domeless since 2015 when they defeated Pierre to win their, at the time, 2nd straight 11 AA title, but haven't been back since. And they've been knocked out of the playoffs in the semifinal round each of the last 3 seasons by either T or Pierre. So is it just destiny here tonight for Yankton, Josh?
Yeah, the way I look at it is I'm not a huge fan of trilogies anyway, so I think this is going to be Yankton's time. They're a good football team. They've been playing good defense, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens tonight.
Yankton won the regular season matchup between these 2 teams back on September 22nd. That was at T area, 37-26. It was a marquee victory of the season. And, the Bucks are fully aware that T is coming to Crane with an angry attitude tonight. You can just see it, Josh, on the body language of the T area Titans.
Yeah, and, you mentioned it. They've been here before more than a few times. They've had a chance. They've gone to the Dome the last 2 years. They're angry. They know this is one of the teams that knocked them off in the regular season, and they know it's do or die tonight.
And vision of the game that is brought to you by Vision Real Estate, where their focus is always on you. Yankton's defense needs to continue to dominate. They're going to have their hands very full tonight versus one of the most potent rushing attacks, as you mentioned, Josh, in the state, regardless of class. T runs, they run nonstop. They have multiple weapons out of their wing offense, and Yankton has been getting to the quarterback and slowing down runs, but this will probably be the toughest assignment to date.
Yeah, and this is a really tough assignment. Both these teams, whether it's on defense or on offense, are good. Or Yankees' defense is good against the run. T's offense is good at the run. It's going to be interesting to see. Something's got to give there.
All right, we will take a break for our national anthem. We come back. We still have more to cover as we lead you into kickoff here at Crane-Youngworth Field. It's a Class 11 AA state semifinal matchup between the Yankton Bucks and the T area Titans. We'll be back in 90 seconds.
So, you need a new vehicle. What's the best vehicle for you? Where do you get financing? What's your trade worth? Answer all these questions and more at BillionAuto.com. You can compare 16 new car brands and thousands of used vehicles, all in the palm of your hand at BillionAuto.com. Plus, estimate the trade value of your vehicle in 2 easy steps. It's car buying made easy. Apply for credit pre-approval at BillionAuto.com. All applications accepted, not all approved.
There are a lot of rates out there, and it can be tough to find the right one. Well, let's make it easy. With FNBO's special offer CD of 5.5% APY for 3, 7, or 17 months, you can earn more, save more, and do more. That's 5.5% annual percentage yield for 3, 7, or 17 months at your nearest FNBO location with a minimum deposit of $500 and an FNBO Premier Checking account. So stop on by and give your savings a great big boost with the Great Big Small Bank. FNBO, member FDIC.
Wherever you are in life, you've got plans. You need health insurance for today and for the future. You need Avera Health Plans. Coverage that connects you to community resources, fitness center incentives, and health coaching. You need a health plan that provides solutions for your business and for your family. Learn more at AveraHealthPlans.com. Avera Health Plans, moving health forward.
And welcome back to the Hy-Vee Bucks football kickoff show. Bryce Ladwig, Josh Boelter here. We continue on getting you ready for kickoff. And let's get into our key players of the game, brought to you by Missouri River Associates. Looking for insurance agents that have the knowledge to point you in the right direction? Contact Missouri River Associates in Yankton. All right, some key players. Start with T-Area Titans. Josh, passing. Brenner Conrad, 6 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 77 yards per game. Rushing, get ready. So Keegan Day Young, 14 touchdowns, 941 yards, 94 per game, 7.6 per carry. Brenner Conrad out of that quarterback position, also a huge rusher with 12 touchdowns on the year, about 76 per game. Cole McKinney, 7 touchdowns, 401 yards, about 57 per game. And Riley Svanda, 2 touchdowns, 356 total, 35 per game, but Josh, 7.5 yards per carry. Receiving, Svanda leads that one. 14 receptions, 128 yards. He has failed to find the end zone so far, but he is moving the chains for these T-area Titans when they do decide to go in the air. And then Keegan Day-Young, 12 receptions, 275 yards. And their top tackler is Sam Wordle, 61 tackles. He has a sack and a forced fumble. And the lead sack getter is Carter Turek, 3.5 sacks. Passing for Yankton, Lucas Kamshaw, 15 touchdowns in the air, 8 interceptions, 223 yards per game. Rushing is Evan Sirk, 9 touchdowns, 769 yards total, 77 per game, 5.2 per carry. And then Shaler Platt, the Thunder to Evan Sirk's Lightning, 2 touchdowns, 260 yards, 52 per game, 5 yards per carry. He did miss half the season. And then receiving, Tucker Gilmore, 35 receptions, 3 touchdowns, 653 yards. Austin Goebel, 25 receptions, 4 touchdowns, 293 yards. And finally, Carson Ness, 35 receptions, 1 touchdown, 530 yards. And then defensively, as Yankton has been cutting their teeth this season, Edley Amaro leading with 5 sacks. Tyson Prouty also has 4.5 sacks. Donald Rounds, 4 sacks. Tucker Gilmore, 5 interceptions. Bryce Crawl with 58 tackles and 2 forced fumbles. And a lead tackler for Yankton, Josh, Matthew Sheldon, with 83.
Yeah, and that's just impressive there. I mean, look at how many guys you listed on defense for Yankton there. And you talked about Matthew Sheldon. I mean, the way he's going, if Yankton's able to get out tonight, he could reach 100 tackles on the season. He's an impressive player, and this defense has been really good. I mean, multiple players with 4 or more sacks, as you said. Just a lot of guys who step up and make a lot of plays for a really good defense.
Colors of the game brought to you by Buell's Cleaners, offering dry cleaning, laundry, and business services like linens, rags, rugs, and uniforms. Buell's Cleaners, 444 3rd Street in Yankton. T-Area Titans in their all whites with their blue helmets, or navy blue, I should say, helmets. Yankton, Josh, you love this, in their blacks, black pants, black tops, and their classic red helmets. And they have always played very well with those black uniforms.
Yeah, and if you couldn't tell, I'm excited. I wish there was a camera on me right now. I am in all black. Black Yankton hat, black Yankton pullover. I love the black uniforms. They're really cool. And, it gets the players excited. It gets the fans excited. You love to see it.
Cheers from us to those at the KYNTV Watch Party location at Ben's Brewing downtown. If it's on KYNTV, it's on at Ben's Brewing downtown. Visit bensbrewing.com/sports to see the upcoming games being shown downtown at Ben's Brewing. And your officials of the game are brought to you by the South Dakota Office of the Attorney General. They are the law on the field. I think I misplaced my officials. Hold on a second. Wait one. All right, Jerry Beers, Ryan Hageman, Aaron Entringer, Scott Mack, and Chad Vosakiel. And let's jump into your starting lineups brought to you by First Chiropractic Centers, making life better, one adjustment at a time. Josh, why don't you hit up both offenses?
Yeah, let's go ahead and start with the visiting T-Area Titans at quarterback, a 219-pound sophomore, number 15, Brenner Conrad. At wideout, they have 2 seniors, Brock Ellenson and Tim Halber. At running back, they have multiple here. I mean, you're going to see a lot of that tonight with this wing T offense. But they have a couple of juniors in Sam Wordle and Cole McKinney, and then that leading rusher that we talked about at fullback, Keegan DeYoung, the senior. Looking at the offensive line for T, going from left to right. At left tackle, the sophomore Cody Peterson. At left guard, Jacob messed that one up. John Jed at left guard. At center, the senior Carter Turek. At right guard, the junior Charlie Leslie. And at right tackle, Garrett Webbing, rounding out the T starting offense. For Yankton, looking at the Yankton offense here, at quarterback, the senior Lucas Kamshoff. At running back tonight, it is going to be the senior Evan Sirk, along with the H-back, a junior Matthew Sheldon. At the receiver position, you got a junior Carson Ness and a senior Austin Goebel. At tight end, the senior Tucker Gilmore. Now moving on to the offensive line here. At left tackle, a senior Caden Waverneck. At left guard, a junior Mark Cottle. At center, a senior Vaden Greil. At right guard, a sophomore Peyton Eustace. And at right tackle, the junior Lucas Cordell.
All right, thank you, Josh. We get into our field conditions. That is brought to you by C&B Equipment in Yankton. Right now it's 50 degrees, and the winds are coming from the northwest at 6 miles per hour. And navigate around your yard with John Deere lawnmowers from C&B Equipment in Yankton. Today's kickoff temperature, as I just said, is 50, and then that wind. Not really going to play much of a factor, I don't feel, Josh. Northwest, 6 miles per hour. Just a really beautiful night here at Crane-Youngworth Field.
Yeah, in my opinion, you'd rather play this game tonight compared to last week when it was cold. An update on the coin toss. T won the toss, deferred to the second half, so we're going to see the Yankton offense take the field here to start this matchup.
First quarter action brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. First Dakota has proudly supported the dreams and banking needs of its customers for 150 years, offering personal, business, and ag banking solutions for every stage of your journey, plus a friendly team of professional bankers ready to put you first. And the UPS Store, offering packing and shipping, plus printing services, mailboxes, and direct mail services, helping small businesses reach their goals in Yankton across from Walmart. As you said, T won the toss and deferred. Yankton will be moving left to right on your screen or listening device. T right to left. Playoff football is back in the air here at Crane-Youngworth Field. Can you feel it, Josh?
Can you feel it? Of course I can. Like I said earlier, this is the semifinal game. Winner goes to the Dome. It does not get bigger than this right here. Number 2 versus number 3. This is a big-time matchup here in Yankton on a Friday night.
Looking forward to this one. Have been for a while. Kicking for T is Griffin Wimbinga. In the air and back to return. Carson Ness actually make that. Austin Goebel at the 20, cuts to the right side, is tripped up short of the 30. He'll be brought down at about the 29-yard line. Yankton's first offensive drive is coming up.
Yeah, nice little return there. Didn't get as much as you thought, but still good field position here for the Bucks starting on offense.
Lucas Kamshoff and company get set. 2 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left. Evan Sirk to Kamshoff's immediate left. And playoff football, 11:55 on the clock here in the first. Kamshoff sends Ness in a quick motion on the right side. Takes a snap. Nope. Quarterback keeper as Kamshoff's looking to pass to Ness on a slant route and gets to the 40, to the 45. Brought down from behind at the Yankton 46-yard line. That is a Yankton Bucks first down. A 15-yard reception for Carson Ness.
Might have even been more on that as I tell you that, but still really close. Nice play there. Found Ness in space. They've had a real connection, Kamshoff and Ness, recently. Nice play there to start the game.
1st and 10 at the 46. Matthew Sheldon, a late addition onto the field here. Be in that blocking back position. I don't know if he was getting a play or if they just realized they didn't have 11 guys what was going on, but now he is setting up onto the right tackle side. Evan Sirk handoff going to the left and will fall forward for very minimal gain. I don't think they're going to give him any credit on this one. It'll be 2nd and 10, ball still at the 46.
Yeah, and that's all right, though. That's something you're going to have to be patient with the run game. This is a good T defense. You're going to have to take multiple attempts at that, obviously. It's not just going to come all in one carry here in this game.
Evan Sirk comes off the field. An empty backfield for Lucas Kamshoff. 4 receivers right side, 1 left. Kamshoff takes the snap. Pass to the middle to Matthew Sheldon. Brings it at the 40 to the T30 to the 20, the 15, the 10. And that is a Yankton Bucks touchdown. You can count it. Opening it up here. 10:57 to go in the first. The bombshell goes off. Matthew Sheldon. The Yankton Bucks lead 6-0.
How about Matthew Sheldon? You've seen him in that H-back flex position all year. He can run it. He can catch it. He gets it in space there. Turns on the Jets, does the big man, and gets a touchdown. What a start to this game for Yankton. An electric start, especially through the air for the Bucks, and you can't draw it up much better if you're Brady Muth and the Yankton Bucks offense.
What a play for Matthew Sheldon. Now Josue Trujillo out for the extra point on the season. He is 45 of 46 in extra points, and just jinxed him. He has that one blocked by T, so make that 45 of 47 on the season. And it's those small plays that you just hope don't come around to haunt you later on.
Right, and that's something to keep an eye on as this game goes on. But for now, it's okay. It's very early in this game, obviously. Yankton with a big drive there to start and a couple nice passing plays. So obviously you want that extra point if you can get it. But this point in the game, it's a little early. Maybe we'll see what happens.
A lot of credit to give on that opening drive. Let's start with the opening drive sponsor, Triple Time Rudy's. No matter what you drive, fuel up at Triple Time Rudy's, located at 1606 Broadway Avenue in Yankton. And Yankton cut right through the Midwest Insurance Agency Red Zone. See Travis and Whitney Devine at Midwest Insurance for your farm, home, and auto insurance needs. Call today to set up an appointment. And that scoring drive brought to you by Core Trust Bank. Core Trust is doubling down on Bucks points, which means for every 1 point Yankton scores, Core Trust banks $2 to the Yankton Booster Club. So that's $12 being donated. And Trujillo to a kick. And yes, Josh, I do think you mentioned to me, I think it was T that had the only, was it Watertown?
I think it was T, but I'm not 100% sure.
Maybe Brayden knows. Brayden's saying he thinks T, but he's not sure. So it may or may not have been T. It's the only 2 missed extra points for Trujillo have come from blocked extra points. So, now Trujillo to kick, hits the 12-yard line and goes out of play. The flag comes out. And so T will be set up in really nice field position for their first offensive drive.
Yeah, obviously not an ideal start on special teams here. You have the blocked extra point and then the kick out of bounds. Something that I know Yankton will want to fix as this game goes on.
Trying to look at Mindy Gaziski. Look up here, Mindy. All right, T area now sets on the ball right at the 35-yard line. What was that?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I think
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team, number 7.
the officials were yelling, hold on, waiting to call something here. I think they were, I guess they hadn't announced the penalty there on the kickoff, so they're just making sure that they announced that and clarified it for the crowd.
And now T under center right at the 35-yard line. And a quick handoff going up the middle. We'll get to the 39, so a gain of about 4 on the play. Yankton royalty in the house. Cody Oswald just walked in about 3 rows down.
And I'd love to see that. A dynamic player for this Yankton offense and defense for a very long time. Great player.
10.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 2nd and 6 for T. And you're going to tell me all night with ball carriers, Josh. They have like 6 guys. They're going to get a lot of carries here tonight. But under center, Brenner Conrad. And handoff going up the middle. And almost to the Yankton logo. Will be brought down at the T46-yard line. That was Keegan DeYoung. Enters today's game with 94 yards per game on the ground, 14 rushing touchdowns.
Right, and he's on watch to get 1,000 yards this season, and he's been a really good back for this team. You saw why right there in that play. That was just pure power. He had a tackler near the line of scrimmage. He was able to fight through and get a first down.
Fresh set of downs for T. Ball on the 46. 9:55 to go in the first quarter. Yankton leads 6-0. Conrad in the shotgun, hand up to the right side. Gets past midfield, is slowed down at the Yankton 46. And that is Cole McKinney, who has 7 rushing touchdowns on the season, 401 yards entering today's matchup. I'm just going to keep saying these stats. They have a plethora of weapons in the rushing attack.
Yeah, and you mentioned we might see 6 guys run the ball. Well, they've ran 3 plays so far, 3 different guys that touched the football here early on, and I expect to see more of that throughout the night.
Good thing I brought my binocular. Conrad under center, Yankton 46. It's 2nd and 2. He's looking at the Yankton defense. A lot of guys in the box. Conrad, handoff. DeYoung, and he's stopped right at the line by Yankton. They're going to give him forward progress to the line of scrimmage, but Yankton a brick wall off that left side.
Yeah, and I think that was a combination of Tucker Gilmore and Tyson Prouty, who got in the mix on that one, made the play at the line of scrimmage, now set up a big 3rd down here. And you got to assume, being in plus territory, this might be a spot where if T doesn't get this on 3rd and 2, unless they go backwards, they might be going for this, Bryce.
Conrad getting the offense set. Eliamara moving sides. In his defense, showing pressure in the box. Conrad, reverse handoff. And it is to McKinney. McKinney gets to the Yankton 45.
That's close. I think they're going to mark this short.
Very short of the first down. Yeah, so just shorter. So it's 4th and inches for the T area Titans. They're keeping their offense, as you said, Josh, on the field. Be aggressive right now. It's the semifinals.
Well, like you said, do or die here. An aggressive call early on by Coach Scott Frey, but I get it. You know, you're on plus territory. You've been running the ball well up until these last 2 plays. It's 4th and inches. You might as well try to get this one.
7:50 to go in the first quarter. 4th and officially 1. Keegan DeYoung in the backfield for the Titans. It's quarterback keeper trying to do a little bit of the tush push, just like in the NFL, and they do get the first down. That will move the chains for the Titans.
Yeah, and initially it looked like Conrad there was going to be stoned up at the beginning of the offensive line, but that second push was able to get enough for the first down.
And so T had to really work for it there. If you're Yankton, you had to have that positive mindset. Like, they had to get all 4 downs to get that first, and just keep that mindset moving forward.
Right, and I'd like to see Yankton here going on through the rest of the drive have better first downs. They've given a lot of yards on first downs. Maybe try to keep them behind schedule on that and try to see what happens when you're able to do that.
It's McKinney and DeYoung. Handoff going up the middle. DeYoung is able to do a spin move, shuffle to his right. He gets to the Yankton 34-yard line, about a yard short of another first down, about a 9-yard scamper for DeYoung.
Yeah, and that just wasn't great tackling there for Yankton. They had a couple guys who were there at the line of scrimmage and just weren't able to wrap up on that one, but nice little run there.
So 2nd and 1 for the T-Area Titans. Ball in the Yankton 34, 6:40 to go in the first quarter. Yankton scored on their opening drive, leads 6-0. Extra point was blocked. And now Conrad under center. Handoff McKinney. Doesn't find a hole. It's Matthew Sheldon and Bryce Krull on the tackle. Edley Amaro joins late. A very minimal gain, if anything, right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job there by the junior linebacker. We talked about him, leads the team in tackles. He had 83 coming into tonight. He has been impressive all year, and you see why right there on that play. Stuffs the runner, now sets up a 3rd and short.
3rd and 1, 6 minutes to go in the first. Brenner Conrad under center. Josh, I bet they run it.
I think you might be right on that one.
If it ain't broke, Conrad. Oh, quarterback keeper rolls off to his left side. He will have the first down, and then some. Gets out to the Yankton 20 and is brought down inside the red zone, maybe about the 18 or so. Yeah, the 18-yard line, so they're knocking on the door.
And that was a good pull there by Conrad on the option. Tyson Prouty blew that play up in the backfield, and Conrad did a great job of pulling it the last second there and picking up a nice gain and a fresh set of downs.
Conrad goes to his sideline, gets the call. And I just have this feeling, Josh, we're going to be in for a crazy night of football, the way both these teams are moving the ball.
Absolutely, and it's just crazy, the contrast. Once again, you see Yankton scoring 3 plays. Meanwhile, T going on a longer drive running the football.
Handoff, a new ball carrier off to the right side. Inside the 5, it's going to be a T-area touchdown. It's Sam Wardell, and the 5'10", 178 pounds junior goes in for a T-area Titan score.
Yeah, and that was just a dominant drive, obviously. We saw them run the ball throughout the drive. That was an over 5-minute drive on that one. I believe look at about 5:47 on that drive. Impressive job running the football and getting right back into it. You know, this is an opportunity for T. We talked about how them being down 6-0 early at home could be troublesome. They respond well there on that drive.
And I would say, Josh, I would have to talk to the coaching staff. We'd have to see it run it back, but maybe a missed assignment. There was just a huge gap for Wardell to run through.
Yeah, and he took advantage of it, made the cut, and got into the end zone.
Griffin Wabanga has his extra point blocked. Josh, buckle in. Everyone get ready. It's going to be a wild night. It's the Class 11 AA state semifinals. We're knotted up at 6 apiece, 5:10 to go in the first quarter. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is Yankton Bucks football on KYNT, KYNTV.
Football season is here, and you know what that means. Checkers is open every day of the week. That's right. You can get Checkers delicious wings daily and catch all of the football action. Every Monday night, enjoy $6 cheeseburgers and fries. So grab your friends, bring the family, and head on down to Checkers. Open every day of the week. Checkers Sports Bar and Grill on Walnut, just north of 4th Street in Yankton.
And we'll go back to Crane-Youngworth Field. Bryce Ladwig, Josh Boelter. We have a tie game at 6. And where's their field goals if you're just tuning in? No. 2 touchdowns and 2 blocked extra points.
Yeah, and it's just crazy. Both these offenses have had success. Complete contrast of each other. Yankton goes down the field in a minute and about 3 seconds there on the opening drive, scores a touchdown. T responds with an over 5-minute drive there, running the football. So you see the contrast here at the end, 6-6 going in, or with 5:10 left here in the first quarter.
And it is Griffin Wiebinga with the kickoff, and it is Evan Sirk with the kickoff return, and he gets to the, I think they're giving the 26-yard line, and that's where Yankton will set up shop.
Yeah, at about the 25, like you said, so nice little field position here for Yankton after a really good first drive there where they had 2 big pass plays, one to Ness and then one to Sheldon for the touchdown.
All right, Kamshoff in the shotgun. Sirk to his immediate left. Handoff, Sirk, and nothing there. And he is closed down on the right side behind the line of scrimmage. I think it's going to be a loss of at least a couple of yards, Josh.
Yeah, and Yankton's offensive line just got beat there at the line of scrimmage. There were a lot of white jerseys in that backfield, and Sirk really didn't have much chance on that one.
2 receivers left, 2 right. Still Sirk with Kamshoff. Sirk blocking for Kamshoff, looks to pass, and it's to Peyton Peterson. And Peterson hit hard on a crossing route, but I do think he had a chance to bring in that ball, but off his chest.
Yeah, it was a good ball. Just that's a really tight window, and a lot of times when you see that, your receiver's going to have to brace for impact, and that's
it's a mental game for sure.
Right.
3rd and 13 for the Bucks on their own 23. 4.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Carson Ness in motion. Kamshoff, empty backfield, looking to pass. Steps up in the pocket. He'll keep it himself. He will have enough for a first down. He's to the 40, to midfield, and is kind of a slide slash tackle down at the T48-yard line. What a big gain for Lucas Kamshoff, taking it into his own hands.
Yeah, nice job there by the senior quarterback. Didn't really have anything open downfield. He decides to take off and has a big lane and a fresh set of downs here for the Bucks.
3 receivers right. Kamshoff looking to pass to Connor Slaba, out route near the T30, led him too far, incomplete pass.
Yeah, and that's a tough throw to make there. Slaba was open, but you're on the run, throwing it across the other sideline. That's a tough throw to make, and Kamshoff wasn't able to complete that one.
Ball on the left hash marks. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Evan Sirk, the running back. Kamshoff looking to air it out. Left side, Austin Goebel open at the 25, and a defender does close in last second. That was Carter Christensen on the nice defensive assignment. The 6'2 sophomore got his hands in there. Austin Goebel did have to kind of come back for the ball.
Little underthrown there, but tough play to make overall. Goebel did have his man beat by step, but that's one I think Lucas would want back for sure.
4:05 to go in the first quarter. Knotted up at 6. Yankton's second offensive drive. Right now they're at the T47. It's Kamshoff. Shotgun to pass. Out to Tucker Gilmore at the T30 to the 25, to the 20. Brought down out of bounds inside the red zone. Tucker Gilmore.
Yeah, nice job there by Tucker Gilmore. It was a very similar route to what you saw Slaba run on that first down, almost called a sail route there. Kamshoff dumps that one in the bucket on the numbers. Nice play. Big first down.
So at the T15, under 4 minutes to go, first quarter, Yankton in the Midwest Insurance Agency red zone. And Kamshoff, 2 receivers on the right side, ball on the right hash marks. Evans Sirk the carry, looking for some room up the middle. Not much there, about a gain of maybe 2 yards. They're going to get forward progress. So it'll be 2nd and 8 for the Bucks.
And that's something, like I said, you're going to have to stay patient with that as the night goes through. And it was really the T game in the regular season where Evan Sirk really came onto the scene and had a big game against them earlier in the season. So they're just going to have to stay patient with that.
They're going to give him 1 yard at 2nd and 9. Kamshoff rolls to his left. And it's out to Carson Ness. Ness brings it in. Will have the Bucks first down. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Yeah, and that's just a simple comeback route there for Ness, something that him and Kamshoff have had chemistry with all year on those comeback hitch routes there. Nice play, first down Bucks.
So 1st and goal at the 4. Kamshoff, the shotgun, Evan Sirk in his left hip pocket. Looking to pass off to the right side. Tucker Gilmore. You can count it. Tucker Gilmore brings it in right past the goal line in stride. Yankton takes another lead, now leading 12-6.
Yeah, nice play there. That's just a simple up and out on the goal line there. Nice little pass out there to Gilmore. Tough throw to make, but gets it done. And Lucas Kampshoff, Bryce, is having a really nice night here with 2 touchdowns early on.
Yankton scores in the Midwest Insurance A2C Red Zone. See Travis and Whitney Devine at Midwest Insurance for your farm, home, and auto insurance needs. Call today to set up an appointment. Here's the extra point. Low snap, but Easton Nelson able to bring it up. Trujillo puts it through the uprights. We do have a flag going behind the T defense. I can't imagine this is anything with Yankton.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what they call here. This could be something with offsides. This also could be a hold. Judging by the fact that Yankton's running off the field, you got to think about this might be on T, or it's something that they're going to enforce on the kickoff possibly.
While they figure that out, Josh, keep your ears open. I want to say that Scoring Drive is brought to you by Cora Trust Bank. Cora Trust is doubling down on Bucks points, which means for every 1 point Yankton scores, Cora Trust banks $2 to the Yankton Booster Club. So this Scoring Drive results in $14 being donated. Yankton leads 13-6. 2:56 left to go in the first quarter. Josh, what was the call?
Yeah, so it looked like it was roughing the snapper, which means odds are there was a T player who made contact with the snapper there on that kick, or on that extra point kick. So it's going to be enforced on the kickoff. So Yankton's going to be kicking with short field here on the kickoff.
All right, back in 30 seconds. Yankton Bucks football, KYNT, KYNTV.
For work or play, JJ Benji's has got you covered.
JJ Benji's can help your company or business with the right look for employees.
Logoed clothing for casual Fridays, new employees, or daily wear.
The latest styles and materials. Give your team the look you want.
Speaking of team, if you watch the Bucks, Gazelles, or Lancers play,
JJ Benji's is filled with a variety of gear in stock.
For fans from infants to grandparents.
JJ Benji's, 201 Pine Street, Yankton.
For work or play, let JJ Benji's make you look good.
The short field kick for Trujillo is in the air, and they're just going to put this as a touchback. And better safe than sorry, I guess. So now T will have it at the 20, and they'll try to answer Yankton.
Yeah, you know, they did a nice job of that on their last offensive drive. They ran the ball really well, obviously, running every play of the drive. Got a nice touchdown there from Sam Wardell. Going to be interesting to see how they respond now. That's 2 straight drives from Yankton where they put points on the board. Can T respond once again here, down 7 on the road?
It's been a very interesting game to start. We were expecting a good game, and so far Josh is living up to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, every drive we've seen a touchdown so far. Really good defenses. You got to think both of them will respond throughout the game, but so far these offenses have had their way.
Conrad under center. 2-back set. Handoff. And that is going to get to the T29 on the carry. It's Cole McKinney. So far it's been McKinney and DeYoung as the main ball carriers.
Yeah, and Bryce, they're doing a nice job on first down. They're getting about 8-9 yards on those first downs, setting up second and short, and that's exactly where they want to be on offense. And that's a tough spot to be in if you're this Yankton defense.
2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Yankton 13, T 6. 2nd and 1 for T on their own 29-yard line. Conrad taking extra time, standing up under center, evaluating the defense. Handoff. McKinney again. He'll have the first down. Actually, that's not McKinney, as he's taking some Yankton Bucks forward. They're trying to get him down, and they're going to give him credit, Josh, all the way to the T 38-yard line, and that was... Hey, who was the carry?
I couldn't tell on that one. I think it was Sam Wardell in there on that one.
As I said, one of 6 carriers. Trying to figure this out.
And he had a nice run there. He was met the line of scrimmage and still got about an 8-9 yard carry on that play. Nice job.
So a first down for T, ball on their own 38. And Conrad now with that half wing, has 2 backs. Sends a man in motion to the outside. Handoff DeYoung. Right at the line of scrimmage, and he is halted right at the line by Yankton. And some of the big boys up front get in on the action. They close down their own gaps.
Yeah, Matthew Sheldon, Edley Amaro getting in the mix here, and now I'm curious to see what happens. A lot of the time, T's been working with 2nd and 5 or less. Now, 2nd and 9. Interested to see what happens here now that they are at about 2nd and 9 here.
Conrad leaves the sideline, comes onto the field. Ball on the right hash marks. T moving right to left on your screen or listening device. Yankton trying to hold strong here. As I said, 2nd and 9. Just a couple ticks over 1 minute to go in the first quarter. From the shotgun, it's Brenner Conrad. Donald Rounds looking to blitz on the corner. But DeYoung finds a big hole up front, off to the sideline, in plenty of room. Gets into Yankton territory, brought down at the Yankton 40. And that is a big gain. DeYoung's had a couple of those so far.
Yeah, and that's another nice run there. They've done a really nice job running the ball, obviously not throwing it yet, but they have been so dynamic in the ground game, getting fresh carriers. You saw right there again with another guy in DeYoung.
It's fresh set of downs in Yankton territory. As I said, this is going to be one of the biggest challenges for Yankton all season long. Conrad. Handoff. Went up the middle, and carrier gets to the 35, and that is Wardell again. Wardell, a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, nice little 5-yard run there on Wardell. We've seen a lot of him tonight. He had the touchdown on the last drive as well. He's done a nice job.
Shayla Platt comes off the field, presumably for a breather here as he's talking to defensive coordinator Justin Olson. Should mention coaches for T area, Scott Fry, and for Yankton, head coach Brady Muth, defensive coordinator Justin Olson, offensive coordinator Terry Huber, special teams Brady Hale, assistant coaches Matt Decker, Dan Schwalk, Blake Savvy, and Jason Savvy. That ends the first quarter of action here at Crane-Youngworth Field. It's time for a quarter break, and that's brought to you by Alani New Energy Drinks. Wellness should feel good and taste good, which is why Alani New Energy Drinks should be a part of your daily routine. Increase physical performance and boost focus. With just 10 calories, no sugar or gluten, Alani New Energy Drinks are a healthy way to fuel your fun. Back in 1 minute, this is Yankton Bucks football and the Class 11 AA State Semifinals on KYNT, KYNTV.
I'm Father Lacey, and hiking allows me to show my faithful spirit. Being out in nature allows all of those things to work together in my head so I can see how it's all connected. To be able to take these things that I'm pondering and draw them back into the ministry, into that life here at Mount Marty.
Show your spirit at Mount Marty University and schedule a tour today at showyourspiritmmu.com.
Introducing the perfect match for your Yankton High School sports nights. Ben's Brewing Downtown and KYNTV. Whether it's a hard spike, exciting goal, or the biggest Friday night matchup, we're here to amplify your spirits and bring the video streaming excitement to you. Gather your friends and family, tune into the action, and savor every moment with the area's biggest Yankton sports fans. Ben's Brewing Downtown is your sideline seat to unforgettable high school sports moments. If KYNTV is streaming it, it's on at Ben's Brewing Downtown.
Right as we rejoin the action, Wardell gets a pitch option from Conrad and gets to the Yankton 27-yard line. And on the financial advisor, Colby Cook to Edward Jones scoreboard. Yankton leads 13-6. To win in sports, you have to adapt your strategy as the game changes. The same is true of investments. Colby Cook to your Edward Jones financial advisor can review your game plan. Call 605-665-4567 today. Edward Jones, member SIPC. First and 10 for the T area Titans. It's Conrad. Hand out to DeYoung. Finds a hole in the middle, or does he, as Yankton closes in hard. And it'll be a 2-yard gain for DeYoung.
Yeah, nice job there for that Yankton defense slowing down DeYoung. You look at T in the first quarter there. They had 15 carries for 110 yards. They've done a really nice job running the ball. So Yankton's going to have to fix that, and that might lead to something there, only giving up about 2-3 yards there on that first down.
Second quarter action brought to you by FNBO, the Great Big Small Bank, and Yankton Medical Clinic. So much care, so close to home. All right, we're a minute in here to the second quarter. Yankton 13, T 6, second and 8 for T in Yankton territory at the Yankton 25-yard line. It's Conrad. Handoff. No, quarterback keeper for Conrad. Misdirection to DeYoung, but he is met right at the line of scrimmage. They are going to give him forward progress to the line. but initially he was met about 1 or 2 yards behind it, Josh.
Yeah, and that was a late decision there by Conrad to pull the football on the option. I think that's something Yankton needs to do. They need to just make Conrad hesitate for just a second there, and that can slow things down. You saw it on that second down play. Now 3rd and 7. Don't be surprised if T sticks with the run here, as they could go for it on 4th.
So 3rd and 8 for the Titans. 10-15 to go in the first quarter. Ball still on the 25-yard line. Crane getting a little louder here. And it's Conrad to pass to the right side. Ball almost intercepted by Yankton's Carson Ness. Almost even a huge tragedy for Yankton. All going to be waiting for him right at the goal line for a touchdown. That would have been a tragedy for both.
Yeah, it's some Packers Broncos game a couple weeks ago. Love hit one receiver in the hands and bounce off another. Very similar there at the time. Hit off, almost like you said, hit a receiver there. Either way now, chance to get off the field here and get to the offense.
I'm going to ask your Pack Denver game, but
I just
and 8 for the Titans. They're going for it. Conrad to pass under pressure. Ball is up in the air, and Bryce Kroll able to get pressure. Complete pass is a turnover on bounds. The Bucks out here. Yankton off, takes the field.
Yeah, and how about Kroll there? He's been so good stepping in that linebacker role since Shaler went out earlier in the year. Saw right there getting pressure. Then Goebel had pretty good coverage outside. There was a double move by the receiver, and he didn't bite. Good job by this Yankton defense.
So we're back to where we started. Cam Shaw,
yeah, and that's
moving right to left. Cam Shaw tried to fit it into 5-yard line, so just wasn't able to on that one. Cam Shaw back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. And ball intercepted by T. And on the interception, it was Ethan Viss, the 6'1 senior, coming at 166 pounds. Found that crossing route and bringing it in. Look at it like this is kind of where they were driving before.
Absolutely. You know, you just got that stop. Got to see if you can get another one right here.
And back to pass. Conrad to the right side. And it is brought in by Wardell. He gets to the corner. That's a T area Titan touchdown. And just like that, all it takes is a turnover on downs and interception, and T will take advantage. They trail Yankton by 1, 13-12.
Yeah, and Yankton got caught cheating up in the box on that one. They slip a fullback out wide open for a touchdown. Big play there by T off of the turnover, and they have a chance here to tie this one up, extra point pending. Out in a formation here with 7 guys over to the right as they're bringing this one back in. That's a look you'll usually get from T. Weaving got out to kick here for T. Extra point blocked on their last touchdown. It was Austin Goebel in the first quarter who got a block on this one. Snap is out. Hold is good. Kick is up. And that is good. And we are tied at 13 now with 9:35 left in the second quarter. T capitalizes off the turnover and gets a touchdown.
Back in 1 minute is Yankton Bucks football on KYNT, KYNTV.
Olson Pest Technicians is a family-owned business since 1966, and with over 50 years of pest management, they understand your issues, and their well-trained team will help you solve your pest problems. Issues with cockroaches, ants, bedbugs, bats, termites, spiders, rats, mice, or other creepy crawling pests, Olson Pest Technicians can treat and cure them. Right now, they can provide grain fumigation on the farm and do one-shots for homes to keep pests out for the winter. Call Olson Pest today, 800-KIL-BUGS.
Shop Easy wishes all area student athletes the best of luck this sports season. Shop Easy offers everything you need for driving to the game. Hot and cold food and drinks, in-store specials, Cenex gas and diesel, and easy parking. Shop Easy is owned and operated by the Santee Sioux Nation and is open from 6 a.m. to 1 a.m. for your convenience. Make positive memories with your family and friends this school year, beginning with a stop at Shop Easy, just south of the Discovery Bridge on Highway 81, a proud supporter of all area students and athletes.
And welcome back to Crane-Youngworth Field. Bryce Ladwig, Josh Boelter here with you. It's a tie game at 13, the Class 11 AA state semifinals. The kickoff back to return is Evan Sirk to the 20, cuts to the 25. Tries to bounce to the outside, is brought down at the Yankton 27-yard line. that's where Yankton will try this offensive push again.
Yeah, made a nice couple cuts there. Did Evan Sirk. You know, he's a guy who's dynamic in the ground game, obviously, but in the return game as well. He had a touchdown on a kick return against Huron a few weeks ago at the end of the regular season.
You know, Lucas Kamshoff back in the shotgun. Peyton Peterson in motion near the far side. Kamshoff to pass, rolls to his left. He's going to keep it himself. Gets to the Yankton 40. To the 45, is brought down right at midfield, or forced out of bounds at the Yankton 49. Maybe the 48 is what they're going to give him. And so a nice scamper for the Yankton quarterback.
Yeah, like you said, nice job by the senior quarterback there. There was a free rusher for T that just got through the line. Kamshoff does a good job of recognizing that he has an open lane on the left and gets a first down now at about the 48 here as Kamshoff sends Goebel in motion, takes the snap and throws it out on a swing to Goebel. Goebel trying to get outside. He's got one man to beat over there on the edge, and he's going to get enough space and enough for a first down there on that little swing route out of the motion.
Very nice job by Austin Goebel there. And Yankton will move the chains here for a Yankton Bucks first down into T territory. And substitutions come on and off the field for the Bucks. It's now a 2 running back set for Yankton. Lucas Kamshoff in the shotgun. And I think we're going to have a false start going on Yankton.
Yeah, false start here on Yankton possibly. And that was Slaba in the backfield with Sirk on that one. They were sending him out wide out the backfield. And it is a false start here on Yanks. Looks like they're going to call that on the tight end, Tucker Gilmore.
So Tucker Gilmore called for the infraction. Now Yankton trying to regain some of this momentum, Josh. It's a cliche to say it, but it's true. Momentum is a huge factor in a game like this. It's been going back and forth all night as Kamshoff looking to pass now. Pass to the middle. Tucker Gilmore brings it in at the T41-yard line, back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and that was a simple crossing route over to Gilmore. Had enough space to get in front of him. Nice little catch there. Now, like you said, right back at about the line of scrimmage.
8:33 to go in the first half. 2nd and 10 for the Bucks. Ball on the T41. Kamshoff. Man in his face. Sends it to Tucker Gilmore again. Mr. Automatic right now. It'll be enough for a Yankton Bucks first down as he hauls it in at the T at 30. 2 yards past the marker.
Yeah, and T sent a lot of pressure. The problem when you send guys in pressure, you're going to have a lot of guys in one-on-one coverage. Kamshoff likes his guys in those situations. You saw right there on the slant route to Gilmore for the first down.
Now Kamshoff. Chest high snap. Off his back foot. Now he's rolling to his right. And he's looking for Evan Sirk at the first down marker. If this stands, it's the first down, but we have a flag coming in the backfield and a Yankton Buck on the turf.
I think this might be a hold, but if it stands, Sirk did a nice job. His route there was a wheel where he was going to the end zone. He recognized he was covered by a safety. He stops on a dime, comes back to the ball, and picks up a nice gain. But, like you said, I think this might be a hold on the play and coming back.
Holding. Offense. Number 77.
So we have a hold going on Yankton. There'll be a 10-yard penalty as we, as I said, have a Yankton Buck down on the turf. We'll step aside here for this injured Yankton Buck. Back in 1 minute. This is Yankton Bucks football, KYNT, KYNTV.
When you need to be sure, make it Sureco. For over 40 years, Sureco has been revolutionizing the tarping industry. From the original Sherlock side-to-side roll tarp to the 4500 series electric tarp to the ProTrap electric hoppers, Sureco has been exceeding the needs of farms and fleets across the U.S. and beyond. When only the best will do, give us a call at 1-800-474-8756 or find us online at Sureco.com. Make it Sureco.
Hi, this is Rhonda Westland with State Farm Insurance in Yankton. It makes me feel good when a client says thank you for saving me money on my insurance, or thank you for taking the time to explain why I need more insurance. Now it is my turn to let you all know that I am thankful for each and every one of you, and to say thank you to all my valued customers. From my team and myself at my State Farm office here in Yankton, we wish you all a wonderful Thanksgiving and a safe and happy holiday season.
Kamshoff back to pass and off to the right side, incomplete. That is headed for Cohen Zarbuck right as we rejoin the action. Sorry for the abrupt entrance there. That injured Buck was Tucker Gilmore. He did need assistance to get off the field And it's also those visuals that do not help a Yankton Bucks team, Josh.
Yeah, that's something. I think it was that right ankle there. He was, light assistance, but either way, we're going to have to keep an eye on that throughout the game, see if he comes back or not.
2nd and 20 for the Bucks at the T40. Kampshoff rolls to his left, looking for an open receiver. Has Austin Goebel, brings it in at the 20, to the 10, the 5. You can count it. That's a Yankton Bucks touchdown. Austin Goebel.
Yeah, nice play there. They roll out Kampshoff, something this offense likes to do a lot. He's got Goebel streaking wide open across the field for an easy touchdown. And Bryce, these two offenses are firing at full cylinders here in this one.
Absolutely. Trujillo out for the extra point. Austin Goebel, I saw it opening, Josh, to do that route, and I was like, I hope he sees him. I hope he sees Austin Goebel, and he did.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, hope he sees him down the field, and he did. Goebel wide open, easy touchdown. Bucks get the lead back.
And Trujillo. Conway the snap, East Nelson the hold. Trujillo puts it through the uprights. It's Yankton 20, T area 13. Wait, what? No good.
Wow. My eyes were messing me. I thought that was good too, but
okay.
Either way, though, kick is no good. That's 2 missed extra points, one with the block, one on that one. Something that really, really rare from Trujillo tonight, but either way, Yanks are going to have to keep going here up 6 now.
I apologize for that error. I really thought it went through the uprights right there.
No, I get it. He hasn't missed one that hasn't been blocked up until now, so that's one where, maybe you just kind of already are like, all right, it's good, move on, but, it happens.
Scoring drive brought to you by Core Trust Bank. Core Trust is doubling down on Bucks points, which means for every 1 point Yankton scores, Core Trust Bank's $2 to the Yankton Booster Club, so the scoring drive results in $12 being donated. And back in 30 seconds, Yankton Bucks football, KYNT, KYNTV.
Have aches and pains taken you out of your game? At First Chiropractic Centers, we have been helping people get back into their game for nearly 40 years. Whether your game is sports related, or it looks more like gardening, household chores, exercising, or just daily life, if your pain is preventing you from enjoying or participating in your chosen activity, we can help. With offices in Yankton, Scotland, Hardington, Tyndall, and Wagner. First Chiropractic Centers, making life better, one adjustment at a time.
Ball in the air for Trujillo. It's a line drive kick brought to the center of the field, and a hard tackle brings T down to the T35-yard line. That's where their offense will take over, Josh.
Yeah, and they're running the ball really well. Capitalized on a turnover on their last drive where they caught Yankton cheating inside the box there and slipped a back out wide open for a touchdown through the air. And now they have a chance to possibly take the lead here, depending on what happens. It's only down 6.
And it's Conrad under center. And a quick handoff out to the right side. And shaking a couple of tacklers is Cole McKinney. He's having quite the night as well, running for T. He gets to the T41.
Yeah, that's one I think the Yankton defense would want back. They had guys there, just weren't able to make the tackle. McKinney makes a couple guys miss and gets a nice gain on first down.
And so 2nd and 4 for the Titans, 7:15 to go in the first half. Yankton leads 19-13. Class 11 AA state semi-final matchup, number 2 versus number 3. The DakotaDome is on the line. Conrad under center, handoff. Going right up the middle on the carry is Wardell. And Wardell gets 2 yards from the first down marker. So it'll be 3rd and, I'm going to say officially 1. So 3rd and 1 now for the T area Titans.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, like you said on that one. It looks like it was Carson Ness and company who got in on that tackle. Now 3rd and 1, a chance here. You never know, team might go for it, but a chance here to possibly force 4th down and maybe a punt.
And so Conrad in the shotgun, 3 receivers left side. Takes a snap, quarterback keeper, goes up the middle, has the first down and a couple extra yards on top of it, just shy of midfield, brought down at the T47-yard line.
Yeah, nice run there. That's just quarterback power out of the gun. Good job by Conrad to drop his shoulder and get enough for the first down.
And now it's Conrad again going to the sideline, getting the call. Getting his steps in for sure.
Yeah, he's getting those steps in, like you said, throughout the night, whether it's just throwing the ball or walking over to the sideline. He's been active and going to continue to be active all night running the football.
Ball on the right hash marks. Conrad. Hand off the middle. DeYoung gets past midfield and spun down to the Yankton 49-yard line, maybe the 48. And just deciding where they want to place this ball. They're doing that game again against me, Josh. Where are they going to place the ball game?
The battle of Bryce versus ball placement.
So that is the classic battle that we're all here for.
A battle as old as time.
Battle as old as time. Ball on the Yankton 488. It's 2nd and 6 for the Titans. Yankton just looking to just kind of regain some of those big plays right at the line of scrimmage here. They know what's coming. Conrad. 2 running backs to each side. Or 1 on each side. Hand off to Wardell. Up the middle. Just shy of the first down. Or did they get it? Yep, he just lunged forward last second and gets the T-area Titan first down. That will move the chains. Ball on the Yankton 41.
Yeah, and they're just running the ball really well tonight. But that's what you expect from this offense. That's what they do. I mean, they're averaging almost 300 rushing yards per game, and they've had a lot of success running the ball in this first half.
4:50 to go here in the first half. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Conrad. Handoff. And met at the line of scrimmage for Yankton. Nice job of the Yankton defense closing the gap. And that was McKinney on the carry.
Yes, Shaler Platt, the linebacker there, did a nice job of breaking through a block and making the tackle. Nice job of the senior linebacker, a guy they didn't have the last time they played T, stepping up and making a play there on first down.
And so T huddles up, and Yankton awaits.
Slow, methodical offense. You know, really, like we've talked about this tonight, but the contrast between these two offenses, Yankton's going to move quick, big, explosive plays. Well, T, meanwhile, they're going to take their time, run the ball, be methodical as they line up here on second.
Conrad, quarterback keeper, looks to pass out to the left side and had an open receiver. Josh, that was Tim Halber, the 6-foot senior, and it looked like a good pass, maybe led him a little far. If Halber's able to gain that extra yard on his defender and get to that ball, it's a touchdown for team.
Yeah, I was going to say, if that ball's connected, we're talking about a tie game here instead of the incompletion. Looks like Halber just got past Thurman a little bit on the out route. Now, 3rd and long here for T. You got to assume they're dialing up 2 plays here just because if they're able to cut the sticks even in half here, they're going to be going for it.
As you said, 3rd and 10. Ball on the Yankton 41-yard line. McKinney in motion. Conrad to pass. So he's going to keep it himself. Goes up the middle and has the T first down. And is still on his feet. Eventually is brought down by Yankton at the Yankton 22-yard line. This is that T rushing attack that Yankton saw in the second half, Josh, of the regular season matchup, but it seems that T brought it for the entire duration.
Yeah, no, they caught Yankton the opposite. Earlier there we talked about the Yankton selling out for the run and got bit by the pass. That time they sold out for the pass, and T just called a quarterback draw there for Conrad, and he picked up a big gain on that one and a fresh set of downs.
3:25 to go in the first half. Yankton 19, T 13. And the snap. And it's a pitch out to DeYoung to the 20. And is eventually brought down at the Yankton 16-yard line. DeYoung just carried 3 Yankton Bucks, 5 additional yards.
Yeah, and I think the thing is, and the key I'm noticing, especially in the run game, T's just getting lower, especially with their runners. There were a lot of Yankton guys up high on that one, and the running back there just got really low on that, had a nice gain.
And not to discount the fact that Yankton's defense has been on this field for the duration of this game. As we mentioned before, Yankton's offense, when they strike, has been pretty fast. T's been grinding out this clock this entire first half.
Yeah, they have. And we talked about the contrast, the styles here. Yankton's going to be explosive plays. T's going to take it 10, 15 play drives.
Conrad, hand off to DeYoung, off the left side, goes up the middle. He's in the red zone, and he's already in the red zone, but gets deeper into the red zone, and is to the Yankton 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Titans.
Yeah, 1st and goal here at about the 8. Like you said, they have a chance to punch this one in and take their first lead of the matchup.
And so Conrad getting the call. And the ball's actually on the 7. No, they're going to say the 8. It is a classic battle, Josh. First and goal from the 8, 2:05 to go in the first half. Yankton crowding the box. DeYoung, the running back. DeYoung gets a handoff off to the right side. Yankton able to meet him pretty much right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe even a very small loss on the carry for DeYoung.
Yeah, not much on that one. T's had a good night running the ball, but when they haven't, it's been Shaler Platt making the plays. And it looked like it was him in there again on that one. Maybe Donald Rounds as well. But nice job of this Yankton defense. And T's content here with letting this clock run here, not letting Yankton get the ball before half, trying to score and take the lead going to halftime. Keep in mind, T does get the ball first next half as well, Bryce.
So 1:23 to go in the first half. Second and goal. Ball at the 8 for the T-area Titans. Conrad, handoff. DeYoung off to the right side. Again is slowed down right behind the line. I think that was actually Wardell on the carry. And Yankton's defense, when their backs are against their own end zone, Josh, have been able to stand up like a brick wall here in the red zone.
Yeah, nice job. It was Matthew Sheldon and company in on that one. And now it's 3rd and 8. You got to wonder what T's going to do here, whether they choose to throw or run.
Timeout taken by T. Timeouts are brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When you're ready for a break and looking for a new career direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. Back in 30 seconds, Yankton Bucks football, KYNT, KYNTV.
Larry's is more than heating and cooling. This is Miles. Let's start with fireplaces. Our showroom in Yankton is the largest and has many different styles of gas fireplaces. Next is duct cleaning. You'll be amazed at how much dust and dirt we pull out of your ducts. That leads into indoor air quality. With high-tech UV lighting, your indoor air will be the cleanest it can be. Or with a humidifier, we can control your entire home's humidity. While we're the best around for heating and cooling, we're pretty great at some other things too. Larry's Heating and Cooling, Yankton and Vermilion.
Welcome back here to Crane-Youngworth Field. 19-13 is your score here with 1:07 left in the second quarter. Yankton up, but T does have 3rd and goal from the 8 coming out of this timeout here with a chance to score and take the lead.
Brenner Conrad and this crew retake the field. There's going to be 3 receivers to the left side for the Titans. DeYoung, the lone receiver to the right. Or excuse me, not DeYoung. It is Brock Ellingson, the lone receiver to the right side. Conrad, quarterback keeper, going off the left guard and right at the goal line, lunges forward and is just shy of a touchdown. A matter of, I think, the length of the ball, Josh.
Yeah, length of the ball. 4th and goal here from the 1. If I'm Yankton, I'm taking a timeout here, talking about this one. And either way, if they do get this, then you still get time to get the ball back and maybe do something before half. I would consider calling a timeout here, but it looks like Coach Booth is going to elect to let this clock run.
So we're at 35 seconds on the game clock. Yankton leads by 6. Josh mentioned just a little bit ago that T will get the ball to start the second half, so they can capitalize on this and really take control of this state semifinal if they can score. And we do have a timeout. This one's taken by T. They want to dial up the right play here. And we'll step aside as well. Back in 30 seconds, Yankton Bucks football on KYNT and KYNTV.
Wellness should feel good and taste good. That's why Alani Nu offers a range of delicious energy drinks to support your goals while bringing bright, bold flavors to your daily routine. Whether you want to hit your last rep, beat the competition, or simply balance your hormones, do it all with an Alani Nu energy drink in hand. Promising to increase physical performance and boost focus with just 10 calories and no sugar or gluten. Alani Nu energy drinks are a healthy way to fuel your fun. Stock up today.
All right, welcome back to Crane-Youngworth Field. Ball's at the 1-yard line. The T-area Titans looking to punch this one in before half. I mentioned it right before half, Josh, and you mentioned it before. T will get the ball to start the second half of action here tonight. This is a crucial moment where T can really take control.
Yeah, this is a big moment in this game. Can Yankton get the stop here? 4th and about the longest 1 yard I've ever seen.
Conrad under center. Handoff to Young at the quarterback keeper. Conrad sprints off to the right side in for a T area Titan touchdown. So they do score. 19 seconds left on the game clock here in the second quarter. And are they going to go for the extra point, or are they going to go for a 2-point conversion? I think they have the kicking crew out. Yes, they do. And so T can take a 1-point lead entering halftime. Granted, Yankton doesn't return a kick for a touchdown or something, but we shall see. It is Griffin Wiebinga, the 6'3" freshman, out for the extra point. And it's up, and it is blocked by Yankton! Austin Goebel again, his second extra point blocked today. Austin Goebel having himself a state semifinal.
Yeah, and special teams has been the key in this game. There have been a total of 4 missed extra points just between blocks and an extra miss in there as well. But really making for an interesting score of 19-19 here in the first half. And something to note there, they just ran 3 seconds off the clock on that play. That was an extra point. So you'd think they'd add that back on. The only reason I remember, because I was like, yeah, the only reason I was thinking, I was like, 19-19 with 19 seconds left. That's cool. But so they took 3 seconds left on that play. But either way, nice block there by Yankton.
Yeah, I wonder if anyone else has noticed that. This is what we're here for, Josh.
Yes.
Help the officials out. But yeah, it is a good point. I don't know why. And they're counting players. Josh, why did they take 3 seconds off?
I don't know. Maybe they adjusted it from a different play, but it was 19 seconds.
Like a late
on the
adjustment,
clock.
maybe?
Yeah, possibly.
On today's mysteries here at Crane-Youngworth Field. But it is T to kick off to Yankton. We're tied up at 19. And Wiebinga to kick for the Titans. Back to return, Carson Ness and Austin Goebel.
And depending on what happens here in this kickoff, don't be surprised if Yankton maybe takes a shot or two. They have 3 timeouts. They have a quarterback with a big arm. Let's keep an eye on what happens here.
Goebel brings it in at the 20, cuts to the middle of the field, and trying to get around some defenders. Able to spin around, gets to the 30, to the Yankton 40, and to out of bounds. I thought he was going to have a crease, Josh. He is about a second away, or a second too late, as the crease that would have been to the center of the field closed in. Had to go out of bounds with 7 seconds left, but pretty decent field position for the Bucks as they are on their own 43-yard line. One big shot downfield, maybe a timeout, Josh, maybe a field goal.
That's what I was thinking. You got to find a quick shot. It can be wherever in the field. You have those 3 timeouts, but it's got to be quick.
Yeah, but only 7 seconds, so that is working against you. So 3 receivers, right side, 2 left, empty backfield for Cam Schaaf. 4 T area Titans down on the line to rush. Cam Schaaf, pass out to the left to Carson Ness. He does bring it in at the T of 40. No, they're going to say he is out of bounds as he caught it. So incomplete pass, and 1 second to go here in the first half.
Yeah, it looked a little close to the sideline there, and they are going to call that one out. Incomplete. Could have been a really big play if he was in bounds, but incomplete nonetheless. And now Yankton, you got to think 1 second at about the 43-yard line. Going to see how far Lucas Kamshoff can throw this football.
2 receivers each side. Evan Sirk to block. Yankton's offensive line needs to give Kamshoff time. That was a quick pass out to Evan Sirk. Miscommunication. Evan Sirk was looking for the ball in the wrong place. Incomplete to end the half. We're knotted up at 19. The Class 11 AA state semifinals here in Yankton. Our Avera halftime huddle around the corner. Don't go anywhere. This is Yankton Bucks football on KYNT, KYNTV.
I'm Colby Kukta, one of your Yankton Edward Jones financial advisors. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why I'm a proud sponsor of the Yankton Bucks and Gazelles on KYNT. Call 605-665-4567 or visit edwardjones.com for all your investment needs. I'm Colby Kukta, financial advisor Edward Jones Yankton, member SIPC.
At Elwood Family Dental Care, we treat our patients like family.
We have an experienced and extremely caring dental team. We take the time to make sure you understand your oral health and answer any questions you have about your dental treatments. With an office located in the heart of Yankton at 1818 Broadway, we're centrally located for all patients in the area.
Whether you need fillings, crowns, or bridges, just a teeth cleaning, or even Botox,
contact Elwood Family Dental Care today.
The South Dakota-North Dakota rivalry game returns to the DakotaDome Saturday, November 11th. Kickoff is set for noon. Presented by Sanford, the Coyote football team will take on the Fighting Hawks. Tickets are available at GoYolts.com.
Hey Yankton, are you a handy person? Are you looking to get down and dirty? With full-time benefits and great pay. This is Barrick from Hedro Maintenance. Come join our maintenance team, where every day is something new, from electrical all the way to hydraulics. We need your hands-on experience and mechanical knowledge. Where no day is like the next, Hedro Maintenance is waiting for you. At Hedro, you'll be part of a bigger story, a story shaped by you. Apply today at jobs.hedro.com. That's jobs.hedro.com. Search Yankton.
Medicare coverage is not a one-size-fits-all coverage. Do you like to travel? Are you wanting to spend your winters down south? Or just spend some time with your grandkids? Make sure you choose a plan that fits your needs and will travel with you. Visit Julie at Missouri River Associates to review your upcoming Medicare or your current needs. That's Julie at Missouri River Associates, 665-6885.
Attention homeowners, if you've been on the fence about selling, I'd love the opportunity to sit and visit with you. With low inventory, now would be a good time to call me, Deb Speck at Vision Real Estate. I'll provide you with a free market analysis and a no-pressure approach. Call me at 605-664-5555 to find out if now is the right time to make a move.
FM 1021 and AM 1450. KYNT, Yankton.
Exciting news, Yankton area. Amazon Delivery is hiring. Amazon Delivery is searching for drivers to deliver packages in the Yankton area. You must be 18 years or older with a valid driver's license and pass an Amazon background check. Work for a company with competitive pay, flexible scheduling, and job security. If you are interested in becoming an Amazon Delivery driver, please contact Yankton Computer at 605-664-2222 to find out more and to fill out an application today.
All right, welcome to the Avera Halftime Huddle. This is Bryce Ladwig alongside Josh Boelter and Trevin Ricklick. We'll have your out-of-town scoreboard here momentarily. We are in the Fairfield Inn broadcast booth. Get great rates and easy changes at the Fairfield Inn and Suites by calling direct at 605-653-2250. On your financial advisor, Colby Cookta, Edward Jones scoreboard, we are knotted up at 19 apiece here in the 11AA state semifinal matchup. And to win in sports, you have to adapt your strategy as the game changes. The same is true of investments. Colby Cookta, your Edward Jones financial advisor, can review your game plan. Call 605-665-4567 today. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Your out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Upper Midwest Garage Door, specializing in the sales, installation, and service of residential and commercial garage doors and openers throughout eastern South Dakota. Upper Midwest Garage Door is your local authorized Clopay dealer. Bring in Trevin Ricklick with all your state semifinal scores. Trevin?
Yeah, starting off your state semifinal score with 9B action. Avon is currently up 22-0 over number 4 seed DeSmet with 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Number 2 seed Faulkton area taking on number 11 seed Potter County. Faulkton area up 30-0. Over in 9A action, we have Warner versus Castlewood. And then we have, that is not updated stats over there, And then over in 9AA, we have number 1 seed Parkston against number 4 seed Hamlin. Parkston currently up 12-3 at the end of the half. Then we have number 2 seed Plate Geddes against number 3 seed Howard. Number 3 seed Howard currently up 20-0 at the end of the first half. In 11B action, we have number 1 seed Warner versus number 4 seed Elk Point Jefferson. Winner currently up 8-7 at halftime. Number 10 seed Rapid City Christian currently facing off against number 6 seed Hot Springs. Hot Springs up 28-10 with under a minute left in the second. In 11A action, we have number 1 seed Del Rapids against number 4 seed Sioux Falls Christian. Del Rapids currently up 14-7. And then we have number 2 seed West Central versus number 6 seed Lennox. With 2 minutes left in the second quarter, West Central has a 21-16 lead. In 11AA, in the other game going on today, number 1 seed Pierre TF Riggs is facing off against number 4 seed Watertown. Pierre currently holds a 28-7 lead with 8 minutes left in the third. And then in 11 AAA action, we have number 1 seed Sioux Falls Lincoln against number 4 seed Brandon Valley. Sioux Falls Lincoln currently leading 28-21 with 11 minutes left in the fourth. And then number 2 seed Harrisburg versus number 3 seed O'Gorman. O'Gorman currently up 42-34 with 10 minutes left in the fourth. That is your out-of-town scoreboard update.
Thank you to Trevin Ricklick for that update. And now let's jump right into your stat recap brought to you by Mayer Signs. If it's time to review the look of your business's signage, let Mayer Signs help. They offer all types of signs, including lit, non-lit, digital, and much more. Contact Mayer Signs today on 4th and Broadway in Yankton. Josh?
Yeah, let's take a look, starting with the visiting T area Titans. Brenner Conrad, 1 for 4 passing. He's got 31 yards, and it was a big one for that touchdown to Sam Wardell for 31 yards. Keegan DeYoung leading the way, rushing for the Titans. 10 carries, 58 yards. Sam Wardell, 8 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown. Brenner Conrad, the quarterback, 7 carries, 49 yards, and a touchdown. And Cole McKinney, 6 carries for 24 yards. Meanwhile, for Yankton, it's Lucas Kamshoff getting things done through the air. He's 8 for 15 tonight, 3 touchdowns and 1 interception, 178 yards on the night. He's also the leading rusher with 2 carries for 44 yards. Leading receiver for the Bucks is Tucker Gilmore. He's got 4 catches for 57 yards and a touchdown. He went out in that first half. We'll see if he comes back in the second half. Also with a touchdown, Matthew Sheldon on a 53-yard catch. Austin Goebel with a big touchdown, a 40-yard catch as well. Carson Ness with a couple catches for 28 yards as well.
All right, thank you, Josh. We're here at the Avera halftime huddle. Also, thank you to Trevin Ricklick for the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll take a break. We'll come back, and let's talk a little bit about that first half action. Josh, we have a lot to talk about, as well as your halftime key to victory. All around the corner, this is the Class 11 AA State semifinals. We're knotted up at 19 here at Crane-Youngworth Field on KYNT, KYNTV.
Enjoy some Yankton hospitality at the Fairfield Inn & Suites or the Holiday Inn Express. As the newest hotel in Yankton, the Fairfield offers you a comfortable, relaxing stay in modern rooms. For business travelers, Fairfield is the perfect place to rest after a long day of work or use their meeting room for small meetings. The Holiday Inn Express features large family rooms, hot breakfast, and free happy hour. To get a great rate and flexible reservation changes for either hotel, call the Fairfield or Holiday Inn Express direct.
Get it cleaned with Buell's.
Dress shirts, suits, dresses, coats. At Buell's, they specialize in dry cleaning and pressing. You can pick it up or even have it delivered.
Got a tough stain you're worried about getting out? Leave it to Buell's. They're experts in getting out those nasty stains.
Do you wash your own comforter? If you really want it clean, let Buell's do it. Their large-size washers are perfect for comforters.
If you need it clean, take it to Buell's. 444 West 3rd, Yankton.
Boston Shoes to Boots is proud to support Yankton High School athletics. Boston Shoes to Boots is your headquarters for quality and comfortable shoes for the whole family. From athletics and work boots to sandals and dress, we have you covered by our popular brands like Brooks, New Balance, Birkenstock, Red Wing, Keen, and so many more. Shop our location downtown at 313 Cedar Street or visit us online at bostonshoestoboots.com. Boston Shoes to Boots, your footwear experts since 1915.
Yankton is continuing to thrive. I'm Nancy Winandy from Yankton Thrive. I am thrilled to announce we received a $1.26 million ARPA grant from South Dakota Housing to support infrastructure for the new 126 apartment units being built along Whiting Drive. The YES campaign focuses on workforce and housing, and this development meets the campaign mission to create additional housing options in Yankton. To know all things Yankton, go to Thrive's website, yanktonsd.com.
Don't wait for the snow and cold to get here. Now is the time to get your garage and shop doors repaired and serviced before the winter season. It's time to call the Garage Door Professionals. This is Cody Miles, owner of Upper Midwest Garage Door. We will service your door for less problems this winter. So if your garage or shop doors need replacing or just a tune-up, get started today with your local independent Clopay dealer, Upper Midwest Garage Door. Give us a call, stop by, or learn more at uppermidwestgaragedoor.com.
Finding that missing shin guard, remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble, insure with MT&RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com.
As times change, technology changes. Don't be left behind by your contact lenses. Vision Care Associates now offers infused multifocal contact lenses, specialized lenses that can provide you with clear vision at multiple distances without switching between glasses and contacts. Don't let glasses slow you down any longer. Call us today to schedule an appointment to try infused multifocal contact lenses.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
It's that time of year again, and Yankton Rexall recommends you protect yourself from the flu bug by getting a flu shot from our pharmacy. Stop in anytime Monday through Friday and receive your seasonal flu shot. No prescription or appointment necessary. We'll even bill Medicare or insurance for those eligible. Stop in and let us protect you from the flu bug this season. Celebrating 100 years, your hometown pharmacy since 1923. Yankton Rexall.
And welcome back to the Avera Halftime Huddle. Bryce Ladwig, Josh Boelter here, and we are in the Fairfield Inn broadcast booth. Yankton's newest and nicest hotel, Fairfield Inn, is open and located at 21st and Broadway. All right, Josh, halftime key to victory brought to you by Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first. What does Yankton need to do to ensure a trip to the DakotaDome?
Yeah, and for me, there's two keys. One, win the ground game, and that goes on both sides of the ball. Didn't really get much going on the ground game on offense. Your two big runs for Yankton came off of quarterback scrambles by Kampshop, so you need to find something there, whether that's through design quarterback runs or Evan Sirk or Shaler Platter, whoever. Got to get the ground game going there, and then you got to find a way, not even necessarily to stop the team ground game, but you got to find a way to slow it down. And so I think ground game is going to be important on both sides for Yankton. And the other thing is special teams. You know, you look at it, two missed extra points, one off a block, one off a miss. But you got two on your end as well. That's something where I think if one of these teams starts to take advantage on special teams too, they have a real advantage.
No, absolutely. And we'll see how this all shakes out. T gets the ball to start the second half. And I think Yankton needs a big stop here. And it's always that battle for momentum and just how this is all moving as coaches are hugging it out and as they get down. And they don't want this to be the last half of Yankton Bucks football this season. None of us do, so it all will ride over the next two quarters here at Crane-Youngworth Field. We're knotted up at 19. Thank you for joining us. Again, the Class 11 AA state semifinal matchup. And I think, Josh, we have more excellent football ahead.
Yeah, excellent football ahead. Like you said, this is the 2 versus 3 matchup. Winner goes to the Dome, and it's tied at halftime. What else could you ask for if you're either one of these teams? You're in a tie game with a chance to go to the Dome at halftime.
All right, we'll take one last break, and we'll come back with your second half kickoff here on KYNT, KYNTV.
Hy-Vee makes grocery shopping easy with Hy-Vee Aisles Online. Just order online, schedule a pickup or delivery time, then leave the shopping to us. Download the Hy-Vee app or go to HyVeeAislesOnline.com. It's easy to create and save grocery lists, shop the sales, and get fuel savers. Plus, with Hy-Vee Aisles Online, pickup is free on orders over $24.95, and delivery is free with the Hy-Vee Plus membership. Save time, shop online with Hy-Vee Aisles Online.
Every day you share personal information about yourself with others. You may write a check, charge fuel, rent a car, mail your tax returns, schedule a doctor's appointment, or post something on social media. Each transaction may share some sort of personal information, such as bank and credit card account numbers, social security number, name, address, or phone number. There are unscrupulous individuals, identity thieves, targeting these routine transactions, trying to gain your information to commit fraud. If you think somebody has stolen your identity, contact Consumer Protection at 1-800-300-1986.
Truxedo is proud to have been part of the Yankton community since its start in 2000.
One of the things I love most is that they believe in promoting from within. I've been given many opportunities to advance.
Truxedo has an extensive variety of benefits available to their employees.
The work environment at Truxedo is extremely positive.
We are looking for you to join our production team. Visit www.truxedo.com/careers to apply.
All right, welcome back to Crane-Youngworth Field. Bryce Ladwig alongside Josh Boelter as we bring you second half action. And Josh, you already mentioned the keys to victory, but just kind of go over them again. What we feel Yankton is really need to do. You said establish the run game, but on both sides. As and we weren't dogging on them at all, but this Yankton defense all year has been known for stopping the run, but they've just been on the field all night long. These long drives and very little breaks. They are subbing guys in and out, but that also takes a toll, and I just think that, like you said, this kind of style of T that's really bringing it to Yankton.
Yeah, got to find a way to control the run both on offense and defense, and you'll be sitting in a good spot. And the other thing we talked about was special teams. 4 missed extra points between these two teams, 3 of which were blocked, but that's something where if you can clean that up and make your kicks, it could make the difference in this game.
Third quarter action brought to you by Truxedo. Truxedo's committed to driving forward. Be loud, be proud, be Yankton. And First Chiropractic Centers, making life better, one adjustment at a time. And our block of the game was brought to you by H&R Block, open year-round, providing bookkeeping, payroll, and tax services. Call 665-3366. I think I'm going to give it to my 2 Austin Goebel blocked extra points there, Josh.
Yeah, and he was big there on special teams. He had a nice return as well and a big touchdown on offense. So a good start here for Austin Goebel. And like you said, those 2 block extra points were big.
And Trujillo to kick. Yankton will be moving right to left, and T left to right on your screen or listening device. The DakotaDome is on the horizon. Will it be the T area Titans arriving, or will it be the Yankton Bucks loading the buses? We will find out. Third quarter action is in the air. Trujillo sends it out to about the 20. It's returned down the sideline, and a hard hit by the sideline as T will take over on their own about the 30-yard line. And a lot of whistles and some extracurriculars there on the far side of the field.
Yeah, and that's the risk of some of those kicks that go towards the sideline. You never know what's going to happen there. You could end up getting a late hit. But officials did a good job of getting things separated there. And now we're ready for second half football. And this T offense had a dynamic first half. I mean, you look at it, they ran the ball for 185 yards there in the first half, and that's what they want to do, and that's what they're going to keep trying to do here in the second half.
DeYoung next to Conrad in the shotgun. Handoff, DeYoung goes out to the right side. Bryce Krall gives chase and eventually is slowed down. Donald Brown slows him down enough for Bryce Krall, Tyson Prouty, to get the big hit for the Yankton Bucks.
Yeah, and that was a good play there. Prouty was hesitating just a little bit there to read the pull on that in case the quarterback decided to pull. But Rounds did a good job making up for it, and then Prouty was able to get back into the play and clean it up there. Nice job. And you saw a little bit of adjustment there, bringing the safety down. Rounds making a nice play and getting it to 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 T area. Titans ball on their own 31-yard line. We're 30 seconds into the second half. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Ball on the right hash marks. 2 running backs set for Conrad. Takes the snap. Handoff. Wardell goes up the middle, has plenty of room, gets to midfield. Now to the 45, is brought down from behind by Carson Ness into Yankton territory. The exact opposite thing that you want if you were the Yankton Bucks.
Yeah, nice play there. Nice run. Good blocking up front. Wardell finds the gap and makes a big play there on 2nd and 9. Gets a fresh set of downs.
And I think I'm seeing some updates that Pierre is leading Watertown 35-7 at the state capitol. So I think Pierre will be making yet another return to the DakotaDome, Josh.
Surprise, surprise. That's all I'll say about that.
Ball on the Yankton 43, 1st and 10, Titans. 10:40 to go in the third quarter. Not up at 19 as Conrad takes the snap. Hand off to Day Young, tries to spin out of pressure, and he's brought down at the line as Derek Beal, the 6', 285-pound senior, entered the game with 19 tackles. Unless I missed one, that'll be his 20th on the season, and no gain on the play.
Yeah, that was a nice job there. Prouty forced Conrad to hand that one off there on the option, and then once you do that, you need a guy up front to win their battle, and Derek Beal did just that on that play. Nice job there by the senior defensive tackle.
2nd and 10, Titans. Yankton defense should have left the locker room fresh for this drive. As Conrad takes the snap. Handoff, Wardell goes off to the right side, is brought down at the 40. A 3-yard gain for Wardell. It'll be 3rd and 7 for T.
Yeah, don't be surprised they stick with the run here. We saw a situation like this in the first half, 3rd and 9. Yankton sold out for the pass, and they ran a quarterback draw with Conrad. Don't be surprised by that. And once again, I know I say it anytime you're in plus territory, but don't be surprised. This is 4-down territory here for T.
I'm never surprised by T anymore. A very aggressive team. See that's here. Full wing offense here. Day Young. In a 3-point stance. Conrad. Handoff. Nope. Quarterback keeper. Goes out to the right side to the 30. To the age of 25. Brought up from behind by Shaler Platt. But T into the Yankton red zone.
Yeah, what happened on there, the edge for Yankton crashed in a little bit too much, and that was just enough for Conrad to pull the ball and get a free gap for a big play and a first down.
10 yards to go.
19-19 the score. 8:50 to go here in the third quarter. As traditional huddle now for the Titans. Conrad will be going back under a center, a 2-back set, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Handoff, Wardell off to the right side to the 15 and is forced out of bounds inside the 15. Maybe gets to the 14 is where they're going to mark him out. And Josh, the classic battle of Bryce versus Field. Yeah, at the 14.
Looks about the 14, and that was just classic eye for him there for T. You see them run that from time to time, and they did it right there off the edge, off the right tackle. Got a nice little gain there on first down.
The 14-yard line. 2nd down, 4 yards to go.
So 2nd and 4 for the T area Titans. 7:55 to go in the second half, or excuse me, the third quarter. As Conrad now. Quarterback keeper off to the right side and is brought down behind the line by Yankton. Shaler Platt gets into the backfield, grabs the leg, does not let go, waits for a couple other Yankton Bucks to come in and help him finish. And I've also noticed, Josh, that Matthew Shelton is on the sideline with trainer Trevor Woods as well. And that's never a good sign.
Yeah, and you want to keep an eye on him. Luckily for Yankton, they have 2 good backers who can take his place with Platt and Crawl. Running things there, and you saw it there from Platt, but obviously you want to keep an eye on Matthew Sheldon as Edley Amaro is also on the sideline getting checked out as well.
That is a huge development here. So 3rd and 5 for the Titans. Conrad keeps it, goes up the middle. Shaler Platt has him right at the first down marker. T will have the first down by a yard. It'll be 1st and goal, ball at the 9.
Yeah, and that's one Platt just went a little high on that one. Got to get a little lower on that, and when you don't, you're going to see situations like that where the ball carrier is able to move you for an extra few yards. But now 1st and goal here for T.
And so ball now, as I said, on the 9. It's 1st and goal. Three receivers right, 1 left. Conrad. Handoff DeYoung. Goes up the middle, right at the 5-yard line. He is slowed down. What about a 4-yard gain for DeYoung?
Yeah, cut that goal in half there on that one. You get it down to about the 5, maybe the 6-yard line. You're sitting there. Once again, you got about 3 plays to get 5 yards.
Second goal from the 5.
6:10 to go in the third. Not up at 19. T area knocking on the door. Second goal, ball in the 9 is Conrad. Be under center. DeYoung in a 3-point stance behind him. Quarterback keeper pitch option, and Conrad keeps it, and it was a late decision to keep it, Josh, but he's still able to spin his way into positive yardage. Gains about 2 on the play.
And I didn't see who it was from the second level, but there was a Buck who blew up the play at the line of scrimmage initially, and that kind of threw things off there for T on that play. Nice job there. Now, Yankton forcing a 3rd and goal, but Bryce, we've talked about this throughout the game. This is what T wants to do. This has been an almost 7-minute drive to start the second half here now. As it's 3rd and goal from about the 2, maybe 2.5-yard line here. Yankton looking to make a stop.
5:10 to go here in the third. 3rd and goal. Ball on the 2. Conrad under center. Hand up to the right side. It is McKinney, and he is just shy of the goal line. Cole McKinney had some contact there at about the 2-yard line. Stumbled forward, Josh, and I thought he did get in, but he is just shy.
Yeah, just shy, like you said. Now Yankton has a chance here to make a big stop here. It's 4th and maybe the football length here, as this is right near that line. Yankton has a chance to make a big stop here after an almost 8-minute drive from the T offense.
T lines up on the ball. Hand off to quarterback keeper Conrad off to the right side. It's a T touchdown. We do have a flag out on the field. And let's see what this call is, Josh, as we have another Yankton Buck down and hoping just cramps.
Yeah, and I don't know if this is going to be called a hold or if this is going to be something on maybe one of the tackle attempts here by Yankton. Obviously, this is a huge moment in this game wherever the call goes. I think T thinks this is a touchdown. They're signaling touchdown. Or at least T thinks is signaling touchdown.
So we still have officials delegating here. Waiting for the official call.
They're still talking about this one, yeah.
And they're kind of lining up where the extra point would be snapped, so I think this is going to stand as a touchdown, Josh.
Yeah, you wonder if this is going to, looks like it's going to be on Yankton. If not, they might have already called it off and still talk about it because they have not.
Defense.
Okay.
Number 9.
Face mask on the defense.
5-yard penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
So that is going to be added at the end here on the kickoff, and now it is T for the extra point.
Runner Conrad to hold.
Griffin Wiebinga. For the extra point. Nice snap, nice hold, and it is an incomplete. No, okay, so Josh, let me try to break this down. A extra point, no good, / 2-point conversion, no good. Break it down for us.
Yeah, so T tried to get the snap off there for the extra point. Weren't able to. They dump it out to a receiver who was kind of open on that one. Gets the one hand, but Yankton did a nice job of getting the tackle, and that's obviously huge here. Now, if Yankton's able to score and get an extra point, which we know that's been an adventure tonight, now a total of 5 failed extra points here tonight. If Yankton can go down the field, score, and get an extra point, they're going to be leading in this game.
All right, T25, Yankton 19, 4:17 to go into the third. Back in 30 seconds. This is Yankton Bucks football on KYNT, KYNTV.
The other day, a gal came into the UPS store to drop off a package. On her way out, she noticed the print sample wall and asked if we could print invitations. The answer was, yes, we can. Hi, this is Doug at the UPS store in Yankton and Vermilion. For over 7 years now, the UPS store has been helping hundreds of customers with their printing needs. From basic copies to business cards and invitations to posters, we can print them. Stop out and ask about our current print specials and see how we can help with your printing needs.
So as good of a situation as you can have for Yankton after a T score, it'll be a Yankton touchdown and extra point to take the lead here. 4:17 to go in the third. Again, T25, Yankton 19. Here is the kickoff to Yankton. It'll be Evan Sirk to pick it up at the 15 to the 20 to the 25. And is brought down at the Yankton 30. And that's where Yankton will take over offensively.
Yeah, and it was an explosive first half for Yankton. They had a lot of big plays, and, it shows in the stat sheet. 180 yards passing for Lucas Kamshoff, and he had 3 scores, and it was big there. It was big to see, and now this offense is going to have to go out and do it again here, trailing for the first time in this game.
And Kamshoff sends Donald Rounds in motion. And now it's a pitch out to Evan Sirk, out to the 35 to the 40, and shoved out of bounds at the Yankton. They're going to mark him really short here. Oh, we have some extracurriculars going on now. Expecting to see some flags. Caden Wavernet getting into it, and he has his own teammate Mark Cottle shoving him. Basically, I'm assuming, Josh, telling him, don't let them get in your head and don't be the one to act, because the second act is always the one that gets a flag tossed.
Right, and every yard matters in a game like this, and that's one where Cottle's saying, hey, man, don't get too hot, get back to the line of scrimmage and make another play. But nice job by Yankton to find something in the outside on the run game.
And it is Kamshoff back to pass out to the right side. Tucker Gilmore, who's back in the game. Stiff arms at the 50 to the 40 to the 35. Where did he step out of bounds? They're going to say it was at the T36. That's enough for a Yankton Bucks first down.
Bryce, this offense is moving once again. They've had success tonight, and you're seeing it once again here on this drive. A couple big plays. Run with Sirk on first down. Click out to Tucker Gilmore. Now Slaba's going out wide here, replacing the injured Austin Goebel.
And Kamshoff. Handoff going up the middle, and it is Evan Sirk met right at the line. Actually, just behind the line, too. I think they're giving forward progress at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Bucks. Yankton are really struggling to get this running attack established.
Yeah, especially in the interior there. You're seeing T win that battle up front in that ground game.
And Kamshoff claps his hands, takes a snap, back to pass. Pass out to the right side. Carson Ness goes up for it, and he brings it. Does he? Does he bring it down? Yes, he does! Carson Ness, what a catch! From Carson Ness inside the 10-yard line on the far side of the field. Josh.
Go up and get it, young man. That would be on You Got Mossed on ESPN. What a catch there by Carson Ness and a first down.
So ball on the 9-yard line. Yankton knocking on the door. They're in the Midwest Insurance Agency red zone. Kamshoff keeps it, rolls out to the right, pass to the end zone. You can count it! That's a Yankton Bucks touchdown! Carson Ness brings it in for Yankton! Yankton ties it up at 25 with 2:36 to go in the third.
How about the junior receiver? He makes the big play on the shot, going up and getting the ball. Then Kamshoff has to scramble out there on the touchdown, buy himself some time, and he finds Ness for another touchdown. Tie game here. Could be the Yankton lead, extra point pending.
Which is not a sure thing tonight. So let's see. Trujillo out for the extra point. We've had 5 different extra points on both sides go awry here tonight. Nice snap, nice hold. Extra point through the uprights. Yankton leads 26-25. That scoring drive brought to you by Core Trust Bank. They're doubling down on Yankton points, donating to the Yankton Booster Club. That's another $14. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is Yankton Bucks football on KYNT, KYNTV.
Know what happens when you keep your hard-earned assets at First Dakota National Bank? You can rest assured that your accounts are protected to the maximum allowed by the FDIC. And those funds stay local. Businesses and organizations are positively impacted. The whole community benefits. You can invest your resources just about anywhere today. But if you keep them safe, earn a good return, and benefit the local community, why would you invest anywhere else? First Dakota National Bank. Member FDIC.
Are you 18 or older? Yankton Medical Clinic Pharmacy is offering walk-in flu shots on Wednesdays and Fridays from 5:30 to 7 p.m., Saturdays 1 to 3 p.m., or other times by appointment. Visit YanktonMedicalClinic.com to download the consent form and bring it with you to the Yankton Medical Clinic Pharmacy. Seasonal flu shots. Just one more way Yankton Medical Clinic provides so much care, so close to home.
And kind of a grounder kick there for Trujillo. Goes up the middle, and it bounces into the hands of one of the blocking backs, and it gets to the 33-yard line. That is where T will take over for their offensive drive.
Yeah, and this T offense, Bryce, obviously, we know what they want to do. They want to line up. They want to run the ball. They've had a lot of success doing that. I mean, they had an 8-minute drive, Bryce, in this quarter, an 8-minute drive, yet they come out down 1 here after Yankton gets a touchdown, the extra point. That really is the difference, is the extra point. With the misses there, T's had 3, Yankton's had 2, so we'll see what this T offense can do now.
2:31 to go on the third, 26-25 Yankton. And Conrad pitch out to the left side. Big room for the T running back, and that was DeYoung on another huge carry. He gets inside Yankton territory just on 1 run. And that is where T is at right now, this powerful running attack.
Yeah, and the Yankton offense went inside on that one, and that was just a simple pitch out on that pitch option. Nice play there by the T offense.
And now T will collect on the ball right at midfield, basically on the top of the 50. Conrad in the shotgun. Snap, quarterback keeper off to the left side, bounces outside, and gets to the first down marker, and will be just shy of the first down, I think. Where are they marking this?
Looks like he stepped out about 2 or 3, about 2 yards short on that one. This T offensive line there winning the battle up front early on this drive, and throughout the game, they had another nice push on that play.
It's a 2nd and 1 for the Titans. Ball in the Yankton 41. Conrad, shotgun. Handoff, DeYoung to the right side. Shakes 1 tackler, shakes 2. Tucker Gilmore brings him down past the first down marker at the 34-yard line. And it's a first down for the Titans.
Yeah, first down there. I thought Platt was going to be able to get that one in the backfield, but he missed the tackle, went a little high on that one, and just missed DeYoung on that one. But nice job by the running back to get a fresh set of downs here. And T, once again, how many times have I said this tonight? Just running the ball, Bryce.
If it ain't broke, Josh, they just going right up the middle to the outsides as well. Yankton, one of the best defenses in Class 11 AA, but as I said earlier, they've been on the field all night. And so they have to be at the exhaustion point right now, just no matter how good shape this defense is, as it is a pitch option out to DeYoung on the left side. And as DeYoung gets inside the 30 and is leveled out of bounds at the Yankton 26-yard line.
Yeah, and I think at this point, if Yankton sees them in the gun, they're going to have to commit somebody to move out, because there is nobody out there. The last 2 times they've run that pitch option outside on the shotgun, and it's ran for 2 nice plays of 7 and 8 yards.
Under a minute to go in the third. Second and 2. Kind of a bunch formation here on the right side, right off that right tackle. Conrad keeps it off to the left side. It's Amaro and I believe Platt there on the tackle. Past the first down marker, another fresh set for the Titans.
Yeah, another fresh set of downs, like you said on that one. Just a simple quarterback keeper out of the gun. First down T.
30 seconds to go now in the third.
Yard line, first down, 10 yards to go.
And based on the tempo of this Titan offense, this might be the last play of the quarter.
Yeah, they are going to have to run a play. Game clock just a second ahead of the play clock here, so they will have to run 1 play before the end of the quarter.
Conrad, the snap. Pitch out to DeYoung right at the line of scrimmage. Yankton able to stand him up right at the 18-yard line.
Brought down by Matthew Sheldon.
A nice job by Yankton, as that is the end of the third quarter. It's time for a quarter break, brought to you by Alani New Energy Drinks. Wellness should feel good and taste good, which is why Alani New Energy Drinks should be part of your daily routine. Increase physical performance and boost focus with just 10 calories, no sugar or gluten. Alani New Energy Drinks are a healthy way to fuel your fun. On the Financial Advisor Colby Cookta Edward Jones scoreboard, it's Yankton 26, T Area 25 entering the fourth quarter. To win in sports, you have to adapt your strategy as the game changes. The same is true of investments. Colby Cookta, your Edward Jones financial advisor, can review your game plan. Call 605-665-4567 today. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Fourth quarter action brought to you by MT&RC Smith Insurance, an independent insurance agency offering you a variety of products for your individual, family, and business needs, and Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first. Back in 30 seconds, Yankton Bucks football, KYNT, KYNTV.
There are a lot of rates out there, and it can be tough to find the right one. Well, let's make it easy. With FNBO's special offer CD of 5.5% APY for 3, 7, or 17 months, you can earn more, save more, and do more. That's 5.5% annual percentage yield for 3, 7, or 17 months at your nearest FNBO location with a minimum deposit of $500 and an FNBO Premier Checking account. So stop on by and give your savings a great big boost with the Great Big Small Bank. FNBO, member FDIC.
Welcome back here to Crane-Youngworth Field. Start of the fourth quarter here. 2nd and 10 from the 19-yard line here for T. They're down 26-25. Driving here. Handoff. A gain of about 4 or 5 on the play. Didn't see who got it. Looks like it was DeYoung on that play. Gain of about 4 down to the 15-yard line here at the start of the fourth quarter. Looked like it was Riker, Frang, and Edley Amaro in on the tackle on that one.
And T now moving right to left on your screen or listening device. Yankton left to right. 3rd and 7 for the Titans. And Josh, I noticed this when looking at our stats during the quarter break, but there hasn't been a single punt in this game.
Yeah, and these offenses have been moving the ball really, really well. Yankton more explosive plays. T through the ground game. And we're going to see what happens here now in 3rd and 7.
And it is Conrad rolling out to his right, looking to pass to the end zone. Intercepted by Yankton! Carson Ness with a big pick! Carson Ness with a pick in the end zone. It's Yankton football.
What a job there by the Yankton defense. I thought there was a guy streaking across the field, open a back or drop back, and Carson Ness gets the floater for the pick. He makes a couple big plays on offense in that last drive, including the touchdown, and then he gets it done there on defense with the interception. Nice job. Now Yankton getting the ball here, up 1, have a chance if they can get a touchdown, an extra point, take a 2-score lead potentially if they can get something going here.
4 receivers set, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. It's Kamshoff and company on their own 20-yard line. Evan Stark, the lone back. Kamshoff sends Peyton Peterson in motion from far to near side. Kamshoff to pass on left side to Tucker Gilmore. Reaches out for it right at the 50 off the fingertips and outstretched. Tucker Gilmore couldn't bring it in. What a nice attempt from both Kamshoff and Gilmore.
Yeah, it was a good ball and a good route. Just a little bit out of reach on that one. Had Gilmore, but either way here now 2nd down. One maybe that you think Kamshoff, even though it was a good ball, might want back once again.
3 receivers right. It's Kamshoff still in the shotgun, empty at backfield, back to pass. He'll step up, he's going to keep it himself. He gets to the 20, to the 18, 25, to the 30, and he'll guide himself out of bounds at the Yankton 35, maybe the 36-yard line. Plenty for a Yankton Bucks first down, and that'll move the chains.
Nice job there by Lucas Kamshoff. He felt the pressure early on that one, found a lane out to the left, and was able to get a first down and avoid a hit.
10:56 to go in the game. It's Kamshoff, 2-back set. Handoff, Cirk off to the left side, and more positive yards than we're used to running up the middle for Evan Cirk here tonight. Gets to the Yankton 39-yard line.
Yeah, and that's one of the better runs of the night for Yankton. I mean, T's done a really good job against this Yankton run offense, really taking that away.
At least up the middle, like you said.
Yeah, up the middle, taking that away, doing a good job. Found a couple things outside, but either way, I think Yankton will sign up for about a 3-yard carry now if they could get that every play at this point.
2nd and 7 for the Bucks. Ball in their own 39, 10:20 to go in the game. Yankton leads by 1, 26-25. Matthew Sheldon back into the contest, the blocking back, and Sheldon gets the carry, goes up the middle, and he runs over a T area Titan right at the 45. Falls forward. They may give him the 46. And Josh, if you really want to get your run game going, send a tree trunk in Matthew Sheldon up the middle.
Yeah, it's a little different. No disrespect to Evan Cirk. He's a great back, but Matthew Sheldon's a little bigger. and a little bit harder to tackle in a different way.
Oh, yeah, and I didn't mean, Evan Sirk's had just a fantastic season. And on the outside, he's had some big runs tonight. It's just T area. This defensive line is just clouding these gaps, and they're really making the run game difficult. And Matthew Sheldon could probably run through a brick wall. Fresh set of downs for the Bucks. Kamshoff pitch option out to Sirk, and Sirk cuts to the inside and is brought down behind the line of scrimmage on the far side of the field.
Yeah, and T did a nice job there taking away that pitch option, something that they've seen a lot in their own offense, I assume, throughout practice in the year. And Yankton tried the same thing there on that and wasn't able to find anything.
So 2nd and 11 for the Bucks. Ball on their own 45-yard line. As Yankton's kind of huddling up a little bit more often this game. 2 receivers left. Evan Sirk, the lone back. And Kamshoff, 2 pass. Out to Tucker Gilmore, brings it in at the T40. Spins himself down to the T37-yard line. And a huge gain for Yankton on the right side, the near side of the field. Tucker Gilmore left the first half with an injury, has returned, and those surefire hands between him and Carson Ness tonight have just been outstanding.
Yeah, and and you've seen Gilmore run that route a few times, that sail route. And it was a great ball there from Kamshoff on that one to Gilmore. Nice job and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 for the Bucks. 2 receivers left, 1 right ball on the right hash marks. Kamshoff, handoff, Sirk tries to find a gap. He does find one here. Almost broke one loose, and he is brought down at the T32-yard line. And nice gain on up the middle for Evan Sirk, a 5-yard scamper.
Yeah, 5 yards on that one. Yankton's starting to find a little more success on this drive, running the ball. They had the big carry from Sheldon earlier in the drive, and then a nice little carry there from Sirk for about 4 or 5 yards, like you said. Now all of a sudden, running a little bit of clock themselves here, trying to keep this offense maybe more of a sustained drive compared to the big plays we've seen.
8 minutes to go in the 4th. 2nd and 5 for the Bucks. Ball right hash marks. Carson Ness set in motion really quickly. And now it's Kamshoff rolling it to his left. He's looking toward the end zone. No, it's Connor Slaba, an out route near the 22-yard line. Led him too far. Slaba, an outreach Slaba went for it. Couldn't quite get it. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, just missed that throw there. He had Slaba and Gilmore open on 2 out routes going to the left there, one on top of the other. It's almost what they call levels. Usually see that go inside, but on that one it was outside. Just missed that one. Now 3rd and 5 here. Yankton at about the 37. You got to assume if they don't get this here, they'll be going for it.
Ball in the 32. Crowd getting restless. Peyton Peterson set in motion near the far side. Kamshoff rolls to his left. He's looking downfield. Finds Carson Ness past the sticks. It's a Yankton Bucks first down as he slides out of bounds at the T23-yard line. That is enough for a Yankton Bucks first down.
Yeah, nice play there, and that has been a bread and butter play for Yankton. Roll out Kamshoff, Ness on a curl or a comeback there, and you saw it once again there, a go-to play on 3rd down, coming up big for Yankton once again.
And Pierre is returning to the DakotaDome for like the 80th year in a row. Not quite sure on the actual, at least for the 7th. And then they face Yankton in 2015. I'm trying to remember who was in 2016, but Pierre did defeat Watertown 35-14 as Evan Sirk gets the handoff and does have positive yards as he gets to the T21, so about a 2-yard gain.
2 yards on that one. Not much there. This T defense, like we've talked about, has done really well against the run tonight. Really forcing Yankton to make some big plays in the air, through the air. But yeah, once again, another big play there by the T defense.
6:50 to go now in the 4th. 2nd and 8 for the Bucks. Ball on the T21. Trips receivers left. It's Kamshoff now sending Matthew Sheldon to the right side of the formation. Pitch option. Kamshoff elects to keep it himself. Gets to the just shy of the 20.
Lucas Kamshoff on the carry.
And is brought down pretty much right at the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, yard if anything. T saw that one coming. That's another one of those pitch options outside where Kamshoff can either keep it or pitch it out to the running back Sirk. And T saw that coming all the way.
3rd and 8 for the Bucks. 6:07 to go in the 4th. Ball on the T21-yard line. A huge set of 2 plays at least coming up here for Yankton. two receivers to the left, 1, 2 at the right. Kamshoff back to pass. Has some time to the middle of the field, and he led Tucker Gilmore a little far and a little high in the center of the field. Kind of a goal route there, and is now 4th down.
Yeah, and I think Yankton might go for this one here. Up 1, 5:50 to play. I know if you get the field goal, you force T to have to score a touchdown, but I think this is a situation where I think Yankton's going to go for it. And I think it's the right call.
I don't think T is much of a field goal operation anyway. They've attempted 4, I think, this season.
On top of 3 missed extra points this
Tonight's not the night. Peyton Peterson in motion. 4th and 8. Here we go. The Yankton Bucks Kamshoff to pass. Out to the near pylon on the left side. Is brought in by Yankton! You can't count it! Carson Ness brings it in for the Bucks! The Bucks strike with 5:43 to go in the 4th. Yankton scores.
What a play there. What a ball from Kamshoff to Ness. It's been money tonight. Money all season. You saw it right there once again. Heck of a ball by the senior quarterback when he needed it most. And now Yankton, up 7 here, has a chance to add the extra point. That way, if T is able to go down the field and score, they got to go for 2 just to tie this one up, Bryce.
32-25. Yankton on top. 5:43 to go in the 4th. Trujillo out for the extra point. Conway the snap, East Nelson the hold. Nice snap, nice hold. Nice kick through the uprights. Yankton 33, T 25. That scoring drive brought to you by Core Trust Bank. They're doubling down on Yankton points this season and donating to the Yankton Booster Club. That's another $14 right there. And we'll be back in 1 minute. This is the Class 11 AA State Semifinals. We'll be back on KYNT, KYNTV.
Ringing in your ears? Throat sore for years? Sinuses bringing tears? Maybe it's time to visit the experts. Avera Medical Group, Ear, Nose, and Throat Yankton welcomes the opportunity to treat your head, neck, and hearing problems and provide you with information to make informed healthcare decisions. Avera Medical Group, Ear, Nose, and Throat can help you breathe easier, sleep deeper, and can simply improve your quality of life. They listen, they care, and they're here to help. Call 888-515-6820 to learn more. Again, that's 888-515-6820.
Trujillo to kick for Yankton. Yankton was in the Midwest Insurance Agency Red Zone. See Travis Whitney Devine at Midwest Insurance for your farm, home, and auto insurance needs. Call today to set up an appointment. Trujillo will kick for Yankton. Again, Yankton moving left to right, T right to left on your listening device or on your screen on KYNTV. You didn't hear me earlier. Pierre defeated Watertown 35-14 to return to the DakotaDome. And Yankton trying to make their bid for a trip there as well. And it is a botched return, but eventually picked up by Tyler Reed for T area. And he gets past the 30-yard line to the 32, and that's where the Titans set up shop.
Yeah, and you already know what they're going to try to do here. They got 5:36 to get down the field. That's plenty of time for them. They're going to try to go down here, score, get the 2, and send this one to overtime possibly. But it's going to be interesting to see how T starts this drive here. That's so key. Them staying on schedule is what's so important to their offense, and running the ball and get positive yards here as they have all night. They're going to try to keep it going on the ground game.
5:36 to go in the 4th. And now it is Conrad. Handoff up the middle and brought down right past the line of scrimmage. It's Wardell with a gain of about 2 yards on the carry. Bring up 2nd and 8 for the Titans.
Nice job there by Tyson Prouty. You know, he missed a lot of time this season. He's come back in the second half and had a productive season. 4.5 sacks on the season in total. He's been a really nice, almost mid-season addition after going out early in the year.
5:05 now to go in the 4th. Still a one-possession game for T. 2 receivers to the right side. Conrad sends a man in motion. 3 receivers on the right side, looking to pass. Pass out to the flat and getting his hand up there is Tyson Prouty as he swats it down to the turf here at Crane-Youngworth Field. Brings up 3rd down.
Everything I said about that last play about Tyson Browdy, just repeat it. What a play there. Gets his hand up on the bubble. Nice job there by the senior defensive lineman.
Under 5 minutes to go in this game. 3rd and 8 for the Titans. Ball on their own 34-yard line. Yankton 33, T area 25. A trip to the DakotaDome on the line. Conrad in the shotgun. Back to pass. And Lamaro closing in, but it's a pass, dump-off pass to DeYoung, and he gets to the 40, falls forward to the 41, and just 2 yards shy of a first down, and Conrad, in a life-saving measure, was still able to get close to a first down.
Yeah, Edley Lamaro had a free rush at the quarterback there, but I think the crowd's more upset. There was a pretty, at least from what it appeared to be, a pretty bad block in the back on that play by T, but either way now, you move on. 4th and 2 here, and T obviously going for it on this one.
4:12 to go in the 4th. 4th and 2, T area. Ball in their own 40. 2 receivers each side, 1 back set. And we do have a timeout taken by Yankton, luckily for Edley Amaro, as Edley Amaro jumped on the near side of the field, but they called the timeout prior. I think no one is more happy about this timeout than Edley Amaro in that situation.
Yeah, that was really close, and I thought that was going to get called, but it looked like Coach Muth had called a timeout right there before the jump on that one. And now Bryce, 4th and 2, 4:04 remaining. Yankton up 8, T with the ball. This is as big as it gets right here.
We're going to keep it right here, but timeouts are brought to you by Hedro, one of Yankton's biggest and best employers. When you're ready for a new job, maybe a new career direction, visit jobs.hedro.com. And we promised a good game, Josh, as if we have any control of that, and it has been.
Yeah, I know we've said it a lot, but these are 2 of the best teams in the state, and they're showing it tonight. They're showing why they're ranked 2 and 3 in Class 11 AA. This has been an all-time football game. And no matter who wins, it really, like I said, it has been an all-time football game.
And the timeout is broken. .404 to go. It's 4th and 2 for the Titans. Crane on their feet. The snap. Conrad keeps it himself. Gets the line of scrimmage and falls forward. Did he get it, or is he short?
I think he's short, Bryce. I think a couple of Yankton defenders get in there. I think they're going to call that about a half-yard short.
We had a measuring situation last year. I hope it's not the same for Yankton's sake. They might have to bring out the chain gang.
Yeah, this is one you got to measure. But right now, I think that's short, but it's going to be interesting to see what they call. And they have signaled out a stop there. Yankton's defense comes up big, Bryce.
Yankton, the Bucks stops here. Yankton ball, 3:58 to go in the 4th. Yankton leads by 8. Yankton offense takes the field. What a job by that Yankton defense.
Yeah, and T's has been so good running the football in this game, and right there, Yankton, when they needed to make a stop, were able to get it. What a job there by the Yankton defense, and now this Yankton offense has a chance to potentially put this game away.
T has all 3 timeouts. Still plenty of time for them to get a stop here and get the ball back. Still a 1-possession game. But Yankton can change that. 2 receivers left side, 1 right. Slaba in motion in the backfield. Evan Stirk, the handoff, going up the middle, and is able to gain 2 yards on the carry, bring up 2nd and 8 for the Bucks.
And once again, this T defense not giving up anything at all to this Yankton offense running the ball. All of Yankton's success has been through the air in this one, really taking that ground game away.
3:35 to go now in the 4th. Bucks taking their time.
Interesting note here, T is saving those timeouts right now. They don't need to call them here, but they are letting the clock run after that first down play.
2 receivers each side. Empty backfield for Lucas Kamshoff. Carson Ness in motion. And it's a keeper for Kamshoff as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. What was that, Josh?
That was an option play out of a jet sweep there. Kamshoff had the choice to either hand it off to Ness or keep it himself. He made the read to keep it and doesn't get much on that one. And now you're going to see T take that timeout here and possibly try to get the ball back here if they can get a big stop here on third down.
Well, it was also one of those things where it was an option, but it looked like either of them didn't know what the option was going to be. It seemed like it was a really slow developing option play between Ness and Kampshoff.
Right, and that's kind of weird coming out of that motion sweep there, where if you do that, you have to react really quickly to that, and I don't know if Yankton did quite that on that play. Now, 3rd and 8. My question, Bryce, if you're Yankton, do you throw the ball here? Do you think about it? I mean,
always.
I think you do. Big play here. I think they've had a lot of success throwing the ball. I think that's what you go to.
So Yankton's offense back out onto the field. 3:11 to go in the fourth. It's 3rd and 8 for Yankton. Yankton leads by 8. Moving left to right on your screen or listening device. Empty backfield, 2 receivers right, 1 left. An extra blocker on the line. Now it's Carson Ness again in motion from the far to near side. 3 receiver stack on the right side. Kampshoff rolling to his right. Pass to Austin Goebel too high. And out of a play. Incomplete pass brings up 4th and 8 for the Bucks.
Yeah, and that throw was high, and I don't think it was even close to the sticks anyways here. Yankton punting the ball. Now, this is the first punt we've seen tonight from either team. That's a testament to how well these offenses are playing. But Yankton, I think, is the right call here. You punt the ball, you pen T deep, and you hope your defense makes a stand.
And the first punt of the night for either team. Josue Trujillo out for it. He'll receive it right at the Yankton 46-yard line. Nice snap, and Trujillo gets off presumably a nice punt, as it will be received at the 5-yard line. Fair catch. And that is where T will have it backed up into their own end zone.
Yeah, now they have a chance here. 2:59 to play. Down 8, you get the ball at your own 5. If you're T, you got it all in front of you. You got a chance here to try to tie this game before the end of regulation.
So ball on the 5. T area huddles up inside their own end zone here. Very much still a game up in the air. Yankton just leads by 8. But the way T runs their offense, they're going to need all 3 minutes of this to get down the field.
And they do have those 2 timeouts in their back pocket, so they have plenty of time here to make something happen.
Conrad, the snap in the end zone. He's looking to pass out to his left. DeYoung. Now DeYoung looks to pass downfield, and he has it. Oh, my goodness.
What a
wow.
play call.
So it's going to be a touchdown for T. Taking it all the way is Tim Halber. But we do have is there a flag?
There's a
flag.
So what happened on that? You get a swing route, throws it out Helper, and it's a double pass on that one. Heck of a play, but there is a flag down. I think this one's going to come back, and what a decision here by the official in that moment to call that flag. Either way, wow, that's a game changer.
Yeah, so get ready for a lot of boos from the opposing sideline. But a lot of cheers on the Yankton side, as that was a fast-developing play. So the replay, a first down and a penalty. But the air just left the T sideline.
And they're going to call that an illegal forward pass. I guess the back had gone across the line of scrimmage on that one before he threw it. Either way, though, Coach Fry for T, that's a heck of a play call at that moment. The guts to call that play and for it to get so close to working. But Yankton catches a huge break there.
2:44 to go in the fourth. Now 1st and 13 for T. Ball on the 2-yard line. If Yankton can get home on this defensive pressure, that could basically be a game. And now here we have it. Conrad has a single back set. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. He'll take the snap halfway into the end zone. He will keep it himself, try to give himself some real estate. Bounces to the outside, and Goebel is able to bring him down at the 14-yard line, maybe the 13. And, so that could have been a lot worse for Yankton, Josh.
Yeah, and T's had a lot of success on those quarterback draws tonight. And you saw right there again, they get out of their own end zone there, make a nice little play for about a gain of 10 or 11, like you said. on that one. Either way, though, burning a lot of clock here all of a sudden. They're still in the huddle. Need to move a little faster if you're T.
2 minutes to go in the fourth. 2nd and 2 for T. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Conrad back to pass. Ball tipped. Ball in the air, and Yankton almost had an interception, but I think it was Edley Amaro got his paw up in the air and able to deflect that pass.
Yeah, Bryce, it felt like that ball was up in the air for a solid minute there. That ball like almost froze in time, but nice play there by Edley Amaro, who got the tip on that one. Now 3rd down and 2 with under 2 to play.
1:54 to go in the fourth. 3rd and 2, as you said. Ball on the 13-yard line. T with 2 timeouts left. Yankton with 2 timeouts left. Conrad in the shotgun. Single back set. 3 receivers right side, 1 left. Conrad rolls. He looks to pass to the right side. It is brought in by DeYoung, and he is sent out of a play. And that's actually McKinney on the reception. Past the 1st down marker, enough for a T 1st down.
Yeah, and I thought the ref signaled to keep the clock rolling, so I don't know if they're going to say he was tackled out of bounds, and they're going to say he was tackled at the start of that inbounds because that clock is still running here, Bryce. And T burning a lot of time here. You got to think they're going to want to hit a big play sooner rather than later.
3 receivers left, 1 right. Conrad again looking to pass. Under some pressure. Ball is tipped from the hand of Conrad as Edley Amaro able to get the pressure from behind and get his hand on the right arm of Conrad.
Yeah, and they're going to call that an incomplete pass. Looks like Conrad was able to get his arm forward on that one, but boy, it was close on that one. Edley Amaro, he hasn't gotten any sacks tonight, but he's made his impact felt in a couple different ways, whether that's pressures or whatever, but once again, nice play there by Edley Amaro.
33-25, Yankton leads 1:21 to go in the fourth. T with the ball on their own 19-yard line at 2nd and 10. Conrad back to pass to the right side. It is completed, and just a hard tackle out by Yankton. Tucker Gilmore with the big hit. And on the reception was Brock Ellingson, but that is enough for a T at 1st down as we're just a few ticks over a minute to go in the fourth. T trying to hurry things up. They have 3 receivers lined up on the far side of the field, 1 on the near. Conrad wipes his hands on his pants, takes the snap. He's looking to pass, rolls out. There's definitely a hold. It will be called as passes in the air. Won't matter! It's intercepted by Yankton. Carson Ness with the pick. He slides to the turf. Wow, it looks like Yankton's going to the dome.
What a play. Carson Ness, his 2nd pick of the day. Yankton gets the pressure, and this defense steps up as it's holding on the offense here. And Bryce, and like you said, Yankton well on their way, it looks like, to the dome.
The celebrations have begun here at historic Crane-Youngworth Field. An interception by Carson Ness. 53 seconds to go in the fourth. Victory formation for the Bucks. Kamshoff. It's all formality now. T does have those 2 timeouts, but I don't think it matters. I'm not a math guy there, Josh. Kamshoff under center. And takes the knee. And there'll be 1 more knee. But Yankton, pack your bags, make travel plans. Heck, take the entire day off. Yankton is going to the DakotaDome for the first time since 2015, and they'll be taking on the 6-time defending state champion, Pierre Governors. Yankton improves to 10-1 on the season, and once again, in case you didn't hear me the first 3 times, they are domeward bound here at Crane-Youngworth Field. The Bucks stops here. Yankton wins 33-25. Yankton wins versus the number 3 team in the state, T area. We have a lot to talk about coming up in the Yankton Rexall post-game show. Don't go anywhere. This is Yankton Championship Football on KYNT, KYNTV.
FM 1021 and AM 1450. KYNT Yankton.
Hi, this is Rhonda Westland with State Farm Insurance in Yankton. It makes me feel good when a client says thank you for saving me money on my insurance, or thank you for taking the time to explain why I need more insurance. Now it is my turn to let you all know that I am thankful for each and every one of you, and to say thank you to all my valued customers. From my team and myself at my State Farm office here in Yankton, we wish you all a wonderful Thanksgiving and a safe and happy holiday season.
Have aches and pains taken you out of your game? At First Chiropractic Centers, we have been helping people get back into their game for nearly 40 years. Whether your game is sports related, or it looks more like gardening, household chores, exercising, or just daily life, if your pain is preventing you from enjoying or participating in your chosen activity, we can help. With offices in Yankton, Scotland, Hardington, Tyndall, and Wagner. First Chiropractic Centers, making life better, one adjustment at a time.
Go ahead, buy the family a new TV or gaming console for Christmas.
Merry Christmas!
But after that newness and excitement wears off, give me, Skylar Sherman with Missouri River Associates, a call to buy your family life insurance policies. The gift that keeps on giving. Located in the Meridian District in Yankton, I am here to protect what you've worked hard for and leave a legacy for your family you deserve. Give me a call or stop by. For you, for your family, for life.
Finding that missing shin guard. Remembering whether it's a home or away game. Getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things. Like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT and RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com.
Have your eyes been dry and irritated from all the smoke in the air? Look no further. The doctors at Vision Care Associates are experts in dry eye care and resolution. Say goodbye to constantly trying out the new eye drop you see at the drugstore, hoping for some relief. Our team will work with you to identify the underlying causes of your dry eye and create a personalized treatment plan for you.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
It's that time of year again, and Yankton Rexall recommends you protect yourself from the flu bug by getting a flu shot from our pharmacy. Stop in anytime Monday through Friday and receive your seasonal flu shot. No prescription or appointment necessary. We'll even bill Medicare or insurance for those eligible. Stop in and let us protect you from the flu bug this season. Celebrating 100 years, your hometown pharmacy since 1923. Yankton Rexall.
Truxedo is proud to have been part of the Yankton community since its start in 2000.
One of the things I love most is that they believe in promoting from within. I've been given many opportunities to advance.
Truxedo has an extensive variety of benefits available to their employees.
The work environment at Truxedo is extremely positive.
We are looking for you to join our production team. Visit www.truxedo.com/careers to apply.
And welcome to the Yankton Rexall post-game show. Whew. All right, Josh, so the Yankton Bucks are going back to the Dome for the first time since 2015. We said we were going to have a great game here tonight, and it did not disappoint. We have two coaches on their way up here. Either we'll have Coach Terry Huber or Coach Brady Hill joining us, and we'll talk to them and then get into the rest of our Yankton Rexall post-game show. And, stick around for that. Actually, take a 60-second break because I want to talk to the coach before we go on air. So that's all around the corner. The Yankton coach coming up here on the Yankton Rexall postgame show back in 1 minute.
Hy-Vee makes grocery shopping easy with Hy-Vee Aisles Online. Just order online, schedule a pickup or delivery time, then leave the shopping to us. Download the Hy-Vee app or go to HyVeeAislesOnline.com. It's easy to create and save grocery lists, shop the sales, and get fuel savers. Plus, with Hy-Vee Aisles Online, pickup is free on orders over $24.95, and delivery is free with the Hy-Vee Plus membership. Save time, shop online with Hy-Vee Aisles Online.
What's the best beverage to enjoy while rooting on your team? 1919 root beer, of course. 1919 is brewed in small batches with only the finest ingredients, real sugar and real vanilla. The unique recipe and these choice ingredients make 1919 the creamiest, full-bodied draft root beer available. Find it in 12 packs and single-serve cans at grocery, convenience stores, and restaurants. 1919 is alcohol-free and contains no caffeine, making it a beverage of choice at any time for anyone in the family.
And welcome back to the Yankton Rexall postgame show. Time for your postgame coach interview, brought to you by Rhonda Westland State Farm Insurance. Let Rhonda review your current home, auto, or life insurance to see if she can help you save some money. It's Rhonda Westland State Farm. Offensive coordinator Coach Terry Huber joins us in the booth. Coach, Domeward bound. First time since 2015 for the Yankton Bucks. First of all, congratulations to you and the entire team. The season's not over yet. That's the whole point of this. But still, I want to say congratulations to the point you've gotten so far.
Absolutely. We appreciate that. Got over that semifinal hump tonight. Really proud of the guys. Heck of a game by everybody out there.
Yeah, one punt in the entire game, so it was just a scoring affair. Turnovers, I guess, were the punt, if you will. But I don't even know. I'm just so excited where to start. I guess start on the defensive side of the ball for Yankton. You knew their hands were going to be full on the defensive side. T likes to run. They run all the time. And was it one of those things I noticed that T did start to gain some momentum with runs up the middle? Was it just a matter of Yankton's defense was out there for the majority of the game because of the scheme that they run?
Yeah, our defense, they played hard all night. It's tough, when you see the score. People can frown upon that, but the thing that they did, those are long drives, long possessions. Everybody knows that we're a fast offense, and that can really kind of hurt the defense a little bit. So, spotting points is always something that we look at in our game plan. How much can we spot? Just because it is what it is. This is semifinals of playoffs. We know that they're a triple option team. That's tough to beat on any team. They have good size. Their quarterback is a heck of an athlete. He's a big threat. I thought our guys stepped up to the plate and played very hard today.
And Carson S. with a couple big picks, not just big, huge interceptions for Yankton, but also that defensive line near the end of the game. You have Edley Amaro getting his paw up there. Tyson Prouty had one. Derek Beal had a big tackle. They really stepped up when it counted.
Yeah, looking in those guys' eyes, Coach Schwach, he's got those guys ready to go. They got fire right behind their eyes, and they wanted this game. They know all season long we've been preaching how important our defensive line is, how getting that pressure in just helps everybody out who's behind them, and they took it on on their shoulders toward the end there. Heck of a job by our secondary. I thought they played very well. A couple things happened, but for the most part, I thought they had a very solid game.
Yeah, Coach, I want to talk about your quarterback a little bit here. 5 touchdowns, 282 yards tonight.
That's an okay night. That's an okay night.
Yeah. He's a special athlete. I think, I don't know if I can give him enough praise. I talked to him that drive, that last drive, that he had, where that touchdown to Ness over in the southwest corner. It was so impressive to see how he just controlled it out there. Everything was him. He knew where it was going to be. He had the guys right. He understood the game plan. He just balled out tonight. It's plain and simple. When I saw them come out and cover 0, I said, "Well, this is now on you." This is they're solely saying that they're going to take you away, and he came out and he proved them wrong.
And speaking of him leading this team, but I also noticed one thing about Kamshoff. Except for the 5 touchdown throws, he tucked the ball quite a bit tonight, and that was such a huge difference maker, gaining those crucial yards. And he's done that this season, but not to this degree.
Absolutely. And that's why I really, truly love that kid. He's extremely coachable. We talked about that over the last week and a half of being confident in his feet, how he is confident, but he wasn't showing it as much. And he really just understood the coaching tip. We knew if they're stacking the box there and we're in passing downs, he's got to be ready to tuck it and go. And he did a phenomenal job of finding that space and being smart with the ball.
Yeah, and Coach, we talked about Carson and his 2 picks tonight, but I want to talk about him on offense, as well as Tucker Gilmore while we're on that as well. Those 2 guys, they both had 6 catches, 94 yards for Ness, 95 for Gilmore. Ness with 2 touchdowns, Gilmore with a touchdown. Those 2, just talk about their impact in the passing.
Goble with a big touchdown.
Goble with a big touchdown as well.
These receivers, the best part about this as an offensive coordinator is that we talked to them and said, yesterday, it's out of our hands now. It's on them. It's on the players. We're on the sideline. We're doing what we can to advise them, but that's all we are then, right? We're just advisors during this game, and they're going out there. They're making plays. I have never seen a group of guys go out there and accept that challenge like these guys have, and it's really special. It makes you emotional. Seeing the fires, seeing the excitement after the game, running up. A few of those guys hit pretty hard. I know, I'm a big guy, but they're still smacking me around a little bit. And those guys are special. They're very special athletes, and I'm excited to see what they do next week.
I'm assuming just pure excitement, but what was the sideline like as the final buzzer went off?
It's just straight joy. Everybody understands that this is huge for the football program. This is huge for the town of Yankton. The players especially, they're making a mark on the history of Yankton, and that's exactly what we told them all year long is this is your journey. You got to write your script, and you got to follow it out and chase your dreams here, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Well, I will let you know we're going to have an extra long Coach's Corner session tomorrow because I have a lot of questions, but I do want you to go celebrate with the team. Coach, congratulations. We'll talk tomorrow morning on the Coach's Corner.
Absolutely. Appreciate all your coverage tonight.
All right, we'll take a break, come back, and continue here on the Yankton Rexall postgame show back in 2 minutes.
Every day you share personal information about yourself with others. You may write a check, charge fuel, rent a car, mail your tax returns, schedule a doctor's appointment, or post something on social media. Each transaction may share some sort of personal information, such as bank and credit card account numbers, social security number, name, address, or phone number. There are unscrupulous individuals, identity thieves, targeting these routine transactions, trying to gain your information to commit fraud. If you think somebody has stolen your identity, contact Consumer Protection at 1-800-300-1986.
At Triple Time Rudy's, you get convenient access to quality fuel products. Plus, you'll also find quality South Dakota products like Dimmock cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner lockers. With a local-friendly feel and unique product offering, Triple Time Rudy's is your local convenience store that supports schools and events and provides fuel discounts to Yankton's largest employers. For all of your daily fill-ups and convenience needs, pull into Triple Time Rudy's at 17th and Broadway.
The mission of State Farm is to help people manage the risks of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams. Hi, I'm Roy Wilcox with State Farm Insurance. We have been helping customers get to a better state for over 100 years. No matter where you are in life, we're here to help you make the right play calls for your insurance coverage. Give me a call or stop by anytime.
Call Roy Wilcox State Farm Insurance today, 665-7140. Find more at roywilcox.com.
Truxedo is proud to have been part of the Yankton community since its start in 2000.
One of the things I love most is that they believe in promoting from within. I've been given many opportunities to advance.
Truxedo has an extensive variety of benefits available to their employees.
The work environment at Truxedo is extremely positive.
We are looking for you to join our production team. Visit www.truxedo.com/careers to apply.
And welcome back to the Yankton Rexall postgame show. And we'll start your out-of-town scoreboard, and that is brought to you by Upper Midwest Garage Door, specializing in the sales, installation, and service of residential and commercial garage doors and openers throughout eastern South Dakota. Upper Midwest Garage Doors, your local authorized Clopay dealer. Trevin Ricklick, who's going to the Dome?
Yeah, going to the Dome in 9B action. Fulton area defeating Potter County 42-0 in that final. And then Avon currently defeating DeSmet at the end of the third quarter 38-13. And then in 9A, we currently have Warner defeated Canastota 37-16. We have Debrook area with an upset over Phillip 18-14. So those two teams will be going to the Dome. In 9AA, we have Parkston defeating Hamlin 26-3. And then we have Plate Geddes losing to Howard in an upset 36-0. And then in 11B action, we have Elk Point Jefferson upsetting Winter 21-16. And then we have Hot Springs defeating Rapid City Christian 28-10. And in 11A action, we have Del Rapids defeating Sioux Falls Christian 22-14. And West Central defeating Lennox 57-22. And in 11AA, we had Pierre TF Riggs defeat Watertown 35-14. And in 11 AAA, we had number 1 seed Sioux Falls Lincoln defeat Brandon Valley 28-21. And number 3 seed O'Gorman upset number 2 seed Harrisburg 49-34.
All right, thank you, Trevin Ricklick, for out-of-town scoreboard. Always appreciate that. Let's jump into your post-game stats, and that's brought to you by Mayor Signs. If it's time to review the look of your business signage, let Mayor Signs help. They offer all types of signs, including lit, non-lit, digital, and much more. Contact Mayor Signs today on 4th and Broadway in Yankton. Josh.
Yeah, let's go ahead and look at the visiting T-area Titans first. Brenner Conrad on the night, 4 for 12 passing with a touchdown, 55 yards, 2 interceptions. Sam Wardell was the leading receiver on that 31-yard touchdown. Brenner Conrad also added 106 yards on the ground, 2 tutties. A couple guys 98 or over 90 yards on the night rushing as well. Keegan DeYoung on 18 carries had 98 yards, and Sam Wardell 12 carries for 91 yards and a touchdown. Taking a look at the Yankton Bucks, leading the way passing was Lucas Camshaw, 14 for 25, 282 yards, 5 touchdowns on the night. You look at it also on the ground, he was the leading rusher, 5 carries for 60 yards. Evan Surk also had 10 for 24. Taking a look at receiving, Tucker Gilmore was your leader in receiving yards. He had 6 catches for 95 yards and a touchdown. Carson Ness with 6 catches for 94 yards and 2 touchdowns. Matthew Sheldon had a big 53-yard catch for a touchdown, and Austin Goebel with a 40-yard touchdown as well.
All right, thank you, Josh. And on your Colby Cook to Edward Jones Financial Advisor scoreboard, it is Yankton 33 and T-Area 25. To win in sports, you have to adapt your strategy as the game changes. The same is true of investments. Colby Cookta, your Edward Jones Financial Advisor, can review your game plan. Call 605-665-4567 today. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Your move of the game brought to you by The Move Group. Make the move with Mason and The Move Group is going to be that Carson Ness, his second interception of the game, just because it was the sealer, Josh. I'm giving him that. So if you're ready to make the move with Mason. All right, it's time for our awards of the game. Start with our defensive player of the game, brought to you by Olson's Pest Technicians, your residential and commercial pest control solutions. Call 1-800-KIL-BUGS. I'm going to pre-emphasize both of these by saying there could have been a lot of people chosen. Go ahead, Josh.
Yeah, we're going to start with defense here. And, an honorable mention to Shaler Platt on the night. He had 14 tackles, including a tackle for loss. But we got to go Carson Ness. 7 tackles, 2 interceptions, including the game-sealing interception, and 1 in the end zone as well. Just a big night for Carson Ness. And we'll talk about him a little bit more here in just a second. But, yeah, on defense, your defensive player of the game is Carson Ness.
Offensive player of the game brought to you by Hy-Vee. There's a helpful smile in every aisle.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of honorable mentions here. Tucker Gilmore had 6 catches for 95 yards and a touchdown. We talked about Carson Ness. 6 catches, 94 yards, 2 touchdowns. He was big play receiver tonight. But it's got to go to the senior quarterback, Lucas Camshaw. I mean, you look at it. He had over 300 yards of total offense between running the ball and throwing the ball, and then 5 touchdowns. Just 5 touchdowns in a state semifinal game. Just 5 touchdowns. So, yeah, no, it's got to be Lucas Camshaw tonight. He was incredible. This Yankton offense was incredible, and now they're going to the Dome, Bryce.
Schedule preview brought to you by Roy Wilcox State Farm Insurance. Roy Wilcox State Farm Insurance is helping customers get to a better state for over 100 years. No matter where you are in life, they'll help you make the right play calls for your insurance coverage. Roy Wilcox State Farm, proud supporter of Yankton Bucks football. And that will be the DakotaDome. So that is your preview. But, Josh, actually, we did the outside scoreboard, but I really want to set it up further. Let's go through all of the Dome matchups and when they will be. So Thursday, November 9th, it will be the Class 9B Championship. And it will be the number 2 seed Faulkton area. Hey, that's back in my old stomping grounds growing up. Yeah. So Faulkton area will be taking on, presumably, Avon, who is leading DeSmit 38-13, entering period number 4. That is subject to change, but that is Thursday, November 9th at 10 a.m. at the DakotaDome. In Class 9A, it will be number 1 Warner taking on number 7 DeBrook area. That is November 9th, Thursday, 2 o'clock. At the DakotaDome, and I already mentioned that was my area. Warner, 5 miles from where I lived. Josh.
Wow! So yeah. it's the Bryce Invitational at the Dome this year.
Yeah, they did it for me.
They did it for you.
They did it for me. All right, and then the finale on Thursday, at the 7 o'clock matchup at the DakotaDome in Class 9AA. It is number 1 Parkston taking on number 3 Howard. We move on to Friday. It'll start off with Class 11B at 10 a.m. at the DakotaDome. And number 4, Elk Point Jefferson taking on number 6, Hot Springs. And then the second game on Friday, Class 11A, and that will be number 1, Del Rapids taking on number 2, West Central. That's at noon. And then your finale for Friday, Class 11 AA state championship. Number 1, Pierre, taking on number 2, your Yankton Bucks. That's at 7 o'clock at the DakotaDome. Pierre looking to claim their 7th. I laugh when I do it. 7th straight 11 AA title. Yankton looking for their first title since 2015. That was the second of 2 in a row for Yankton, 2014 and 15. Their first time back to the DakotaDome since then. You can catch that one on KYNT and, folks, KYNTV. Yes, just like you've watched it all season, we will have live video coverage of the 11 AA championship. Thank you to SDPB for allowing access for us to provide that to you at the DakotaDome. The Class 11 AA championship will be on KYNT and KYNTV. And then finally, your Class 11 AAA, that's on Saturday night, and that will be number 1, Sioux Falls Lincoln, taking on number 3, O'Gorman at 7:30 at the DakotaDome. Josh, I just feel like there's almost a finality to the season, but there's still a whole game left, kind of a big one. Right. But this is the last game at Crane-Youngworth Field regardless, and so a chapter of the season has closed, and it's just been one heck of a ride.
Yeah, it has been one heck of a ride, and this is a team that's a lot of fun. They have not lost since that Pierre game, and they get a chance to rectify that loss next week. We'll see what happens there, but a big win tonight, and what a win for this football team. They now have a chance. They're the main event on Friday night. You wouldn't want it any other way.
You're a Star Wars nerd, right?
Yes.
For some reason, the bring balance to the Force thing came up, and I was like, bring balance to Class 11 AA.
Yes.
That's what Yankton's looking to do to stop Pierre from taking their 7th straight title. But congratulations to all of the Yankton Bucks, to the coaching staff, and to everyone in Yankton. Pack your bags, schedule a trip, take the day off. I'm going to be there all day. And you are going to be as well.
Yes.
So I'll make sure you get your day off. Dave's listening, so I'll make sure you get that day off. We'll get it all covered. That will be at the DakotaDome on Friday night, 7 o'clock. But, folks, also a 2-hour pregame show starting at 5 o'clock on KYNT and KYNTV. Yeah, a 2-hour block. We have just so much to talk about. Yankton's history at the Dome and your usual kickoff show with Brayden Butler will all be that day. And any final thoughts, Josh?
What can you say? But what a win. This team deserves it. They've played really well all year. And look, they have a chance to go win a title next week. It's as simple as that. I know we'll get into the matchup throughout the week, and you'll see all the picks and things like that. But it's as simple as this. Next week, you have a chance in the DakotaDome to defeat the 6-time defending state champion. And it doesn't get bigger than that.
A quick list of thank yous. Obviously, our sponsors. Without them, this broadcast is not possible. As well as Pete Roberts of T Area High School, the administrative staff. When we were at T, they were very gracious with pronouncers for the team stats, starters, asking us if we wanted water at some point. They were great, and that continued on to tonight. They were here providing us live stats. They didn't have to do that. So thank you to the T Area administration and to Dave Lesher and Zach Clark, our KYNT studio producers tonight. Trevin Ricklick has been with us all season long. Special thanks to him on site. Brayden Butler, the host of the football kickoff show, as well as our camera operations. And to you, Josh. And as we say that, the Yankton Bucks seniors are taking one last walk here at Crane. We don't have it for you on the screen. I apologize. But they are taking one last walk in the darkness here at Crane. This will be the last game they play at such an amazing field. And this stadium, Josh, means so much to so many people.
Yeah, there's a reason why you always say historic Crane-Youngworth Field, and it is historic. What a game. Just what a senior class. And you see him huddling up there in the end zone, Bryce. So I guess we can see it, but what a class, and they got a chance for one more victory next week.
All right. We'll see you at the DakotaDome. This has been Yankton Bucks football on KYNT, KYNTV.
Thank you for listening to Yankton Athletics on KYNT, a Riverfront sports property, and Yankton's home team. Remember, KYNT is your home for Yankton High School.